Yes. Now, yes. This might be the problem. Where are we looking? Are we looking there?
Is it there?
No, it's this camera. It's that camera, which will now focus. But we've had
something up here.
What's up? You got the light too bright now. Because you got this, you don't need it. Turn it off.
Yeah, because of that. That's what it is.
We have changed everything. Now we're out of focus. Now we're in focus. Right, we have changed everything. Now we're out of focus. It's focusing on that side. If I go here, it's the problem is these screens have to go this way for that arm. Right. I haven't done it. We tested it with two people, you see. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, lady. Hello, lady.
Could you not give me extreme close-ups, please?
We can close this. Hang on. Listen, you're lucky we're even here at all. The nightmare I've had with internet the last few days. There you go. I'm happy with that. I don't see a problem with that.
I seem to have share hair.
Face full of share. the Sonny Bono story.
Oh no, come on.
We've got everything is a new setup. I've swapped the screens around, which is confusing. I've got that on. The camera's on an arm now, which it will ultimately be better, but I just don't quite know where it needs to. There we go. That's it. We can have a problem because we're not going to be looking. There we go.
See, look, I've messed my fringe up.
I've messed the shot up. Right, let's get rid of Bond. Where is James Bond? He's there. He's really big. Let's put him back up there.
Put Cher on the mantle, please.
Cher on the mantle.
Where she belongs.
Love will lift us up where we belong. It's not quite right, that shot, is it? What's up the chimney?
Oh, what if something came down it now? That'd be great.
This should... Here we go. No, but then you're out of focus.
Oh, no, it's found me. I'm too small for it to be pointing up.
Well, I'm too big for it to be pointing down. Is Katherine in focus? Is anybody in focus?
It's going in. Oh, it's going in and out with me, isn't it?
Is there someone at the door? What is going on?
Shenanigans.
Is anybody in focus tonight, please? And if anybody just says yes or no, then you get timed out. Big show tonight, guys. Sorry, we've got a guest tonight. We've got Nick Garrie coming on, who's brilliant. Oh, you should have all been set up. Is Katherine in focus or not? Okay, is not good enough. Not quite. I tell you, oh God, this is the nightmare of today. We're setting this up and you can't set it up with one person. Make your script, make a big R. Go full screen with this, please. Right, sit back normally. Fuck. That's what I'm going to say. Spent all fucking day sorting this out. Matty, you're the only person I'm listening in. It's not the light. There is no light. There is no light. Matty, you're the only person I'm talking to on this.
Actually, it doesn't look too bad now.
It comes and goes. Move forward, please. But I mean, go quite forward as though you're sort of going to lean into... Then come back. That's all right now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's all right.
The camera needs to be over the screen, so it looks like you're looking at us when you're looking at the screen.
Oh, I mean...
Sean, can we just get the focus right first? Move your hand, sorry. The nightmare we've had... No. There we go, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. So what was it, that big light from that screen?
It's that screen. Because if I get rid of that, there's the big light, you see.
Yeah. That's better. But...
Spent all day trying to sort this bloody thing out.
Well, there's no accounting for this scenario.
Failing miserably. I mean, look, I can do this. This should work now, although it's probably too dark. It's too dark. It'll never be able to keep both of you in focus if you're sitting different distance away. What, like it has been doing for the last 2 months, you mean? Like it has been doing for the last 2 months? Is that what you mean? All right.
Anyway.
Welcome to the show. It's been a technological nightmare recently. A technological nightmare recently. I know you want it to be perfect, but honestly, it's not that bad. No, I want it to be right. I want it to be right. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be right. Don't think, feel. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you will miss all the heavenly glory.
But look, if I do that...
What you doing?
If I can see the chat, then it goes...
No, it's fine. You're in focus then.
Is that okay then?
You're in focus. We have to have this screen. Anyway, so, all right. I don't know how I'm going to work this out on my own. You need to be here for me to test the focus for 2 people.
Well,
Okay.
I'll come over Monday.
Monday, we do it. So tonight we're going to get by. Monday we do it. I've got to close that. So
it's going to get bright.
No, it doesn't have to.
Oh.
We can still see that, can't we?
Yeah.
Up a little bit. It's a little bit dark. So there was no... How do I go to exit? Exit. Hello? Exit. Oh, exit there. So there was no show on Wednesday because the David next door had someone trimming his bush, making jokes about pubic hair, and the guy cut through the internet cable. Cut through the internet
Didn't
cable.
kill David's internet.
So David's internet worked. Everyone else in the street, their internet was buggered.
Yeah.
David's internet worked. I'm suspicious, Dave. I'm suspicious. So, no internet on Wednesday. No internet, no show. No show, we don't get paid. Right? So, then we had Thursday off anyway because we were going to go and see Narina Palo.
Yeah.
Which was great. We did go and see, which is good because the internet wasn't back on Thursday.
No. But it didn't matter because we were going out and we had fun, didn't we?
We had fun. We went for a swanky slap-up meal just
We
in
ate
time.
frog's legs.
I thought I'd had them before, but I haven't. I've had snails before, but I've not had frog's legs. It was nice. It's the sauce that is nice.
Yeah, tastes like chicken.
It's the sauce that is nice. And then we saw Narina Palo in like a little sort of cabaret setting. 30 people there. She's so good.
She's so good. But
She's
also,
so good.
it wasn't like the before times. There was loads of like hand gel and stuff on offer, and like little signs and things, and the staff were wearing masks, but it was quite relaxed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely. And then today the internet wasn't fixed, so I did a test of the internet with David. David's internet's working, so he plugged a 50-meter cable and had a router in here, and so that worked. The internet now works, so we're using my internet. But while it was down, I changed everything in here. I've swapped the screens around. I've put the camera on an arm, so the camera's now on an arm, so we can do all of this stuff. And we don't want to do all of this stuff, but it's nice to be able to move it. But
options are always good.
It does. It buggers up the shot. It buggers up the shot, and it buggers up where we're looking a bit. And so I was also fannying about with the camera today to try and get the focus, and I've got it to work in focus, but only with one person. So Monday we're going to start the show early, and it's going to be focus. Hocus pocus from focus. It won't focus on two of us, or either of us. There it would do. Jesus Christ! I'm.
There. Then it did.
Yeah, but then it's not the shot. Anyway, so now we got a show tonight, and we've got Nick Garrie coming on, who is brilliant, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him. Don't know much about him. But we played some of his songs before the start of the show. Mm-hmm. And he was delightful. I think he's delightful. So we're going to chat with him. But there's a weird... this is really pissing me off. I spent all afternoon trying to sort this out. Jesus. What if you do that thing we both see, I lean this way and Kathleen's that way, and it means there's a big gap, but...
Does that help?
Let it go, man, says Straight Talk. This is the stream! Let it go, just stream. This is the stream!
Is it because Cher?
No, the camera's not seeing Cher.
There.
Yeah, but you're not quite in focus. You're a little bit out of focus because it's focusing on my eyes.
Oh.
What?
Just the tech advice. Anyway, so, yeah.
Comes and goes. This is going to do my nutting. So, don't, please. Of course, it hasn't got manual focus on. What do you think I was doing all afternoon? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to speak to Nick Garrie in 15 minutes, and then we're going to do the focus. Otherwise, there's no point in doing the show.
Yeah, it's going to drive you.
Well, no, it's not just drive me nuts.
No, it's going to drive them nuts to watch it. It's not right.
Let me turn that light off in the background because that might
be a thing.
That's a bit of grace tonight. Spied up.
Something?
I'm not switching to manual focus. There we go. That seems all right for now. No, it isn't. It comes and goes. It worked earlier.
If I turn...
No, don't worry about that. That's fine.
That's better, isn't it? Oh.
No. Welcome, Jack Gaff Holmes. We're having focus issues tonight. Let's big up our sponsor, shall we, Katherine?
Let's do it.
Please.
First up.
Oh, right. Hang on a minute. Now, this should work.
Oh. Somers Waste Solutions.
Somers Waste Solutions.
If you need to bin it, they can sort it. Whether it's something massive, something tricky to dispose of for security reasons, whether it's commercial waste, toxic waste, clinical waste, one-stop shop is Somers Waste Solutions. Rather than farming it out to different companies to sort out different kinds of waste, you can get one easy transaction with Somers. They'll sort you out.
They will sort you out. And there's Bob the cat, guys. This is Use the dog. Well, or is it or isn't it? From Poseidon Safety Management. Hey, a nursery in Devon and Cornwall got broken into. Like a kiddie's nursery, not... Why do they call flower shops nurseries?
I suppose you're raising baby things there as well.
Ridiculous.
No?
Nursery got broken into. Poseidon got in touch and they're giving them free security for a bit.
Oh,
This is the kind of people that we're dealing with here at Poseidon Safety Management. They are... those are the kind of people, they just want to improve the society in which they live. And so they are doing that. Well done them. Well done those. 34sp.com, Katherine, talk to me.
Such an ethical company, right? They want to be absolutely straight down the line with you. So the prices that you see on their website, which, by the way, is to host your website. It's a website hosting company specialising in WordPress, is the price you'll pay. Except, hang on a minute. If you use the code TLNA, you will get 3 months absolutely free. And after that period, if you decide it's not for you, you can walk away. It's absolutely fine. But they're convinced that they can help you out. They've got brilliant customer service. It's quite a small business, but they're completely customer focused. So if you need your hand holding through this, they can do that for you. That's 34sp.com.
Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors, gelaw.co.uk. All the prizes that we have given away. Sit stands. I swear to God, I'm going to time you out. And I mean it. All of the prizes that we have given away have come from Richard Gregorian, and so thank you, Richard. If you're getting divorced, go to gelaw.co.uk ASAP. ASAP.
Big up that Gregorian, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Big up the Gregorian. So we'll speak to Nick in 10 minutes. Nick Garrie, who was a discovery that Spotify recommended to me. Then then it's a technical show. We're gonna get this effing focus to work. That's
And
what
we
we're
will
gonna
sort
do.
it out. And then once it's done, we will resume the bants.
Turn on that light because we need that light on. It's too dark. It's too dark. Oh, and I caught Big Boy, the stray Tom. Caught him. Middle button. I caught Big Boy, the stray. The stray cat. I caught him in a trap. He's in a trap in my garage as we speak. And tomorrow he is going to get his balls cut off. That's what is happening. I'm thrilled. I mean, I've been trying to get him for about a year.
Yeah.
And I got a trap a couple of days ago, and I thought it would take a week or so for him to get used to the trap. He rocked up today and just walked straight in it. Here's
the thing about Big Boy. He's a big, fluffy, black and white Tom. Absolutely beautiful. One of these big, beardy faces, right? But he yowls. And he kind of, he struts around, and the other cats are frightened of him, and he kind of rules the area. But it doesn't seem very comfortable, does he, at all? He's probably riddled with fleas. He's obviously living rough. No one's cat. He's gorgeous, right? So for quite a long time, I mean, you've been coming here to be fed, but he won't come. He'll come in the house, but he won't go near people yet.
There he is. There he is in his little prison. There you go. Look at that.
He's beautiful.
Look at him. What a stunner. So he's in my garage in that prison now, and then tomorrow he's going to go and get his testicles cut off.
Yeah.
That is what is happening.
And non-cat people will think that sounds terrible, but here's the thing, right? If they're not done and they're roaming around, they can end up spreading flipping feline AIDS and all sorts.
Dirty. Right, so we're going to try...
There's no life.
We're going to try and get... now, everything is set up slightly wrong. So, is he not chipped? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow when he goes to the vets. I would be very, very surprised if he is... The plan is... The dream would be, Pete, is to get him done. He's going to then go and stay probably in the cage in the garage tomorrow night. And then maybe Sunday I take him out of the cage but keep him in the garage and feed him and water him. And then Monday probably release him. And the dream would be for him to come and, kind of come and live with me. Mm-hmm. Probably live in the garden. I doubt it'll be a house cat, but that is the dream.
Tati Scott is saying, is Big Boy getting an official name?
Big Boy is his name. That's his name. That's it.
Are you suggesting there's something wrong with that?
That is his name. All right, now this is going to be tricky. So I'm going to go to meetings. This is going to be tricky.
How do you know it's a boy? Great big swinging testicles. Next question.
How do you know it's a boy? Jesus, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is going to be a pain in the... Hang on a minute. Okay, you can still see us there. Mm-hmm. You can see us there. We're going to have so much fun doing focus group. We're going to have so much fun doing the focus group tonight. We want the speakers to be this. I'm going to be set up for our guest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I go to screen 2, there we go. Is that it? Can't tell because it's the same. Yes, that is it. And then, all right, so we're going to invite Nick into the thing. Oh, dear. It's all too smooth. I did say it would be a tech special tonight. But he's spraying. Yeah, he is spraying all over the cage. It stinks in there of...
Tom.
Tom Tit. No.
It's a bit bright, that, isn't it?
Oh. Right, now he's not there. He was there a minute ago. I'm going to leave that meeting. We're going to go here where it said he is... It said he was in the meeting. Nicholas has joined us. We're going to start the meeting. Oh, gosh. Technical issues. Here we go. Here we go.
We will get there.
All right, so he's not there at the moment. All right, we're going to wait for him. What a show. What a show, guys. What a show. So it's been a busy few days. It's been a kind of a stressful few days. And now we'll deal with the camera in a bit. Right. Welcome to the show. You're very welcome to the show. And peace be with you.
Yeah, Friday we managed to make it through another week. I mean,
second lockdown coming.
Yeah. There's like
second wave coming.
3 wheels on our wagon and all that, but
we're still
here.
Rolling along. What can you do? I Skyped you a tiny pixel drawing of you two. Maybe it'll bring a smile. Maybe it will, Barry. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll wake the beast. Mm-hmm. And that... I tell you what, let's have a Nick Garrie song. While we're waiting for Nick, he sent me some songs. So if we go here, and if we click this, so let's have... I love this song, Can I Stay With You? This is great, man. This is great. Let's have some of this. Let's have some of this. Here we go.
This one's called Can I Stay With You? There you go, now you know the only thing I'll ever say. Honey, can I stay with you? Cut my hair, grew it long, played my song and watched the sun. Can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is wrong. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is wrong. Cigarettes, magazines, perforated Chinese dreams. Chicken, can I stay with you? Sell the car, sell yourself, touch your toes and count to 12. But listen, can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is wrong. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is wrong. I recall a summer night, making love by riverlight. Can I stay with you? Maybe not, maybe now, doesn't matter anyhow. But listen, can I stay with you? Watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is around. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is around.
It's all right, that, isn't it?
It's so good.
It's all right, that. I found him completely by accident. Let's see if he... Where's my Zoom thing gone? This is going to be one of those shows, guys. Where's my little Zoom bubble? What are you doing? Where are you? Why can't... Oh, there you are. You're up there. There we go. Exit minimized. Let's wait for him to join us. And then, my God, then we're going to have fun. Getting into the focus of the scenery.
Doing a little bit of reading about Nick beforehand.
Oh, yeah?
Seems like he made it in sort of Spain and France before he came over here. And that song that introduced you to him is what got him recognition in this country.
He's lovely. He did... we'll get all the deets in a bit. A slightly disjointed show this evening, dear listener. A slightly disjointed show. I told you I was feeling anxious before, didn't I? I said I've got a really anxious, nervous stomach, and I don't quite know for why. By the way, so Nick, we're waiting for him to join the Zoom, right? Nick he's a 71-year-old bloke. He's even more computer illiterate than me. Well, because I said we'll do it on Zoom. What's that? Okay, so he has downloaded Zoom.
This is going to be his first Zoom call ever.
Especially for this. I wonder if we... Hello. This is going to be his first Zoom call ever. This is exciting. Dodgy frog's legs. No, I did have stomachache last night after that meal, but I think it's just because we ate a lot. And you've missed the cat news. You've missed the cat news. The cat news is there is an extra cat in a cage in my garage, and tomorrow at 3:00 he's having his testicles cut off. That is the news. Now let's just see. Has he messaged me? We are here whenever you want to join us, sir. If I'm in the right place. There's a chance I could be in the wrong place. Frog's legs. What rating out of 10, Catherine?
Okay. Well, I was expecting them to be weird in some way, and they weren't. It was like a tiny little bit of chicken. So yeah, fine if you like chicken. Slightly off-putting that you could see a little flipper on the end, but apart from that, it was all right. So I would say a strong 7 or 8.
I ate crocodile's feet when I was in the jungle.
And that had a claw on.
Full on, leathery, green, leathery thing. Meaty. Very, very meaty. I'm checking my phone because Nick's just messaging me on Facebook. One of us is in the wrong place. The way it's going tonight, I suspect it's me. I suspect it is me.
Yeah, when you suggested the frog's legs, I almost gave it a swerve, but then I thought, when am I ever going to get to eat them?
The waiter was thought we wanted 6. Okay, he's just waiting for Pablo to connect him. I don't know what that means. No rush. I think Pablo is his technical guy. I think he's the guy who lives downstairs.
Oh, right.
And so Pablo is the technical...
He's going to help him out.
...guy. I think. I don't really know. So Rufus Hound's been signed up for Dancing on Ice. Didn't know that. That's great news.
Good for him. He's a good dancer.
Yep. We can have a meditation. We're gonna have a meditation after we spoke to Nick.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna dive into focusing the camera. I think we just need to expand the focus, the focal point. I think.
Okay.
I think that's what we need to do.
It'll all be fixable.
I would love it if there was someone who has worked with a Lumix GH5 before watching that can tell us, and not a load of chances guessing. I would love that. That would be my dream. Now, but are we going to... Let me just make sure I've got the microphone. The speaker is there. The microphone is there. We're going to admit him. Is this going to work?
I think it might.
Is it? I just don't know if it's going to work because so much has gone wrong, technically, so far. That...
This is it. I can feel it.
Oh, please. It's just been such a technical... Oh, hello.
Yay! Now.
Hang on. Nick is connecting to audio, so we can see Nick. Nick, you have to unmute yourself. I would ask Pablo to unmute you and maybe lift us up a little bit from the genitals. Now, you are unmuted, but we cannot hear you for some reason. There we go.
Well, I wasn't talking, that's why. Now I'm talking. And you won't be able to stop me.
That's like what we like to hear.
Nick, how lovely to see you. My God, we have had...
Put my glasses on so I can see you both. It's the young lady I'm looking at especially.
This is Katherine, young lady. My God. You need
Don't
better
change
glasses.
those glasses.
You need better glasses, Nick. Nick, we've
So,
had...
so you're from the north of England?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Yeah. Well, where?
Manchester, originally. But it was a long time ago. Are you Yorkshire?
Yeah. I was born in Yorkshire,
Yeah, I thought so.
one day.
All right.
How you doing, Nick? It's so nice to see you. You all right?
It's nice to, if it wasn't for Pablo, I'd be lying in a ditch somewhere.
Who is this Everyone needs a Pablo, I think.
We could do one here, that's for sure.
We have had so many technical problems, Nick. We've had someone cut my internet cable, so we haven't had the internet until about 2 hours ago. All of the cameras are knackered. It's been one of those nights, so it's nice.
Oh my God.
To be able to talk to you.
Were you born in Slough?
Yes, I was born in Slough.
And no, just because I used to teach in Slough.
Whereabouts did you teach? What school?
I taught at Slough and Eton and at Slough Grammar.
Now, Slough Grammar became something, didn't it? It changed its name, and I can't remember what. I went to Herschel. I was a Herschel boy.
Oh yeah.
How long ago was that? When were you teaching there?
Oh, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I mean, I started very late.
How funny. And what were you teaching? Music?
And I was teaching French.
Ah, Katherine, would you like to conduct this interview?
No, let's not. But
Katherine is fluent in French.
Well, I was once upon a time. I did French as part of a degree.
Français?
Oui, je parle un petit peu. Mais ça fait longtemps que je parle pas.
Un très joli accent.
Oh, merci.
Ouais, un très joli accent.
Merci. J'ai habité à Paris pour 6 mois.
Où ça?
Place d'Italie.
C'est bien.
Mm-hmm.
Moi, j'ai habité le Pont de Sèvres pendant des années.
Ah bon.
Des siècles.
Mais alors? Et ça fait combien de temps?
Oh, ça fait longtemps. Quand j'étais enfant, mes parents étaient à Paris.
Ah bon. Ah, oui.
I love it.
En fait, le français, the French was my first language.
Right. Okay.
You know, when I kicked off.
Wow.
Hang on. French was your first language?
Yeah. Because my mother married, she married a Russian first, then she married an Egyptian bastard. And so they only spoke French. He didn't like to speak English. She spoke terrible French. So we would sort of start sentences in French and in English and sort of backwards and forwards.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I lived in Paris till I was 7, I think. And then I was back for holidays. So the first songs I heard really were French songs.
Okay, well that makes sense because looking a little bit at your history, you kind of made it in France and then Spain before here. Is that right?
I've never made it anywhere. I had a hit by mistake. No, it's true. I'm not asking for compliments. But I had a hit in Spain. I was #1 in Spain, and I'd written this album for my mother when she died because she was the only fan I really had. And the thing got to #1. I never got paid for it, but I toured with Leonard Cohen. I think I'm one of the only people who ever did, and that was just mind changing.
Wow.
So did you get to hang out with Cohen then, or were you kind of kept separate from him?
Yeah, I mean, I was on tour for I think 4 days with him, but it was just sometimes you do things that they just sort of concertinaed in, and he changed the way I sang completely. I mean, I used to when I went on tour with him, I'd never had a hit. We had audiences of 5,000. I never sung to more than about 50.
Yeah.
And so I was terrified. But he liked my songs. He said, you've got to listen to the audience. They send you they send their own electricity, and then when the two of you meet up, you get a great concert. And I changed the way I sang from that moment.
I discovered you by accident. One of your songs was recommended to me on Spotify. Spotify is good and bad, but every Monday it creates a playlist for me, and half of it is stuff I'm not interested in and get chucked out, and half of it is amazing. And there was a track from The Nightmare of J.B. Stanislas, and it was Can I Stay With You? And it was hello? I could not believe I'd never heard it before. It was amazing. I instantly went to the album. My God, Nick, that's, I thought I discovered all of the lost records that they were. That album is incredible, but sold like 20 copies or something. Am I right?
Yeah. But I mean, Can I Stay With You? I only heard about Spotify last year, and I found out that it's been listened to 400,000 times. Can you believe it? That one track. The others, which are much better, not so much. But it's good. It's good.
But so tell me about that. 1968. How old were you? How did it come about?
I was singing. I was at Warwick University, and I was sort of basking in Saint-Tropez and places, and a friend of my mother's knew the director of a record label called Disque AZ, which is a pretty big label in Paris. And so she arranged a meeting with him, and he was a miserable sort of, he had blonde hair, and I shouldn't be nasty because he killed himself in the end, but he sat there sort of scowling at me, and he said, "Whoa, what have you got for me?" And I left my guitar outside. I didn't want to bring it in, so I brought the guitar, and I sang him Deeper Tones of Blue, which is my best song, really. And he said, "Okay." He pulled out a contract. He said, "Have you got other songs like that?" I said, "Yes, of course." He said, "Sign here, we'll make an album."
Wow.
That was it.
And it's beautiful. It's this kind of baroque. I kept sending Katherine tracks going, here's another one. Wheel of Fortune is
That's the one that got you, isn't it?
That's the one for me. I played that one for an hour on a loop because it's just kind of circular. It just goes around. It's hypnotic. It's stunning. It reminds me a bit of Forever Changes, Arthur Lee in Love. But apart from that, it's unlike. There's a hint of kind of Syd Barrett, Floyd, a hint. But just this wonderful baroque harpsichord, choral. It's incredible, man.
Well, that was the arranger, the baroque business. Do you want me to tell you the story of the song?
Yeah, please do.
I was at boarding school, and every end of term we had a treat. So we were taken either to the theatre or to the cinema, or to a fairground. And the guy who took us was the housemaster, who was an absolute sadistic bastard. He used to beat us till we bled. Anyway, so we went to the fairground. So I put him in the song. He's Big Bill who goes around and drops 1,000 feet to the ground. And that's why I wrote it. And so it's a true, kind of semi-true story.
What the album, it kind of got rediscovered in the 90s. But what did you feel when it came out? Did you think this is it? I'm going to be a big pop star, or what were your thoughts?
No, so I did. I never really liked the album. Wow. I mean, when the thing never came out, I kept going around the shops looking for it. And then the final time I went, they said, "Oh, go on the Champs-Élysées, it's there." So I get to the Champs-Élysées, go to this big record store. Records come to Nick, and it's Nick fucking Drake. So I went back to them. I said, "That's it. I said, I don't want to hear from you again. I'm going. And I did. I went traveling for 15 years. So, I mean, some songs like Deeper Tones of Blue came to me. I was about to be kicked out of France for military service. I didn't want to do it. And it just came to me out of the sky. And that's the thing that I knew I'd always have that in my back pocket. I knew I had this beautiful song that was there. And it was kind of a gift, I think. So there were a few good songs on there, but I didn't like the orchestrations particularly. You know, I mean,
Right.
And also they turned down. I played guitar on all of them, and they turned it right down. You couldn't hear it on
Right.
nearly all of them. We did a new version, re-release with Tapet Records, who are very good, and apparently you can hear the guitar there. I haven't got a record player, so I can't hear it, but.
But did you care? I mean, obviously you cared about the music, but were you disappointed? You know, was it just... What am I trying to ask? You know, was it just... It's something that happened to you as a young man, he thought, stuff this, I'm going to go off and live a different life?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, the thing was I could never stop writing.
Right.
I'd always come back and write, and I'd write other songs. And I mean, I wrote six albums, which is not huge, but it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Do you want me to play you a song later?
I'd love you to play us a song. I
Do
didn't
you want me to play you?
we played. You sent me over some stuff that you've done, and we just played "Can I Stay with You." But I would, if you want to play us a song, I would.
That'd be wonderful.
I'll play you this song. I'll go now.
Thank you. Isn't he lovely? Isn't he lovely? This is great. Honestly, go on Spotify, dear listener. Nick Garrie, Garrie, and it's just a drug. Right, I'm going to shut up. Here we go.
Can you hear it?
Yes,
Can
perfectly.
you hear the guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You told me that you loved me once. It was in the middle of the night, and you said we'd be together, and it would all turn out all right. But now you're leaving me. Oh, you're leaving me, and my heart will never mend, and my heart will never mend. I said that if your illness comes back, I'll be right there by your side. And you smiled, held your arms out open wide. Now you're leaving me. Oh, you're leaving me. And my heart will never mend. And my heart will never I wandered like a child across a lonely windswept land, and I fell into your arms and you said, I understand. Now you're leaving me. Oh, you're leaving me. And my heart will never mend. And my heart will never mend.
Beautiful. Thank you. That's great.
Is that all right?
Oh, that's all right. That'll do. That'll do.
That was
That's
glorious.
Fantastic. You got you. Did you go off?
Before I finish, I'll do. Can I Stay with You right at the end?
Thank you. Thank you. You got the album got kind of picked up in the 90s, didn't it? It got rediscovered. The Stanislas. The people kind of got turned onto it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that like?
It's ridiculous. I had mixed feelings about it really because I wasn't that keen on the album, if I'm honest. But I knew there were good songs on there, and so I like to sing a song like I did just now, just natural.
Yeah.
If I played you Deeper Tones of Blue, you'd understand, that it's cry from the heart. I don't need a whole load of stuff behind it.
Do you feel that gets in the way? You feel that takes away from what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Often it does. It takes you down a different road, and whereas if I've just got there, I mean, the only thing that was I played the harmonica on that song at the end, so that's I missed that, but otherwise no.
What was this? I saw a lovely
The
concert.
last album I made was just
Sorry, Nick, I was saying I saw a lovely concert that you did
Yeah.
in some caves.
oh yeah.
That was this incredible
That was
setting,
lovely.
like this magical cave with like I guess a lake in there and stuff. What was that for?
I mean, I had this sort of Spanish agent who's pretty bloody useless, and he came up with the caves, and when I so I missed the plane, and slept in the hotel about 2 hours, but it's caves, and there's a sort of long waterway, about three miles. So the punters come along in boats, in wooden boats, and then they moor up just near where there's a pontoon with a stage, and you sing in one of the boats with this grumpy oarsman, and it's great. I mean, the sound is just phenomenal. I've never had any sound like it. It's just so natural. And when I was doing it, the people they were just. It was just a bunch of people, families, grandparents, kids, and I watched people quite carefully. I was watching them climbing out of the boats, and I thought, so I finished with a case of rum. The whole place was rocking, and it was great, really, really good.
And
It's good. I mean, it's
one of the recurring themes here.
Sorry?
One of the recurring themes on our show is the band, the BMX Bandits. They seem to, because we've had Douglas Anderson.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
We've had Douglas Anderson on talking about the BMX Bandits. Someone phoned up and sung one of their songs, and of course you worked with Douglas Stewart from the BMX Bandits and members of Teenage Fan Club and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was the biggest fan I had. I didn't know, and he's been a really good friend, over the years. And I think he put me on to Douglas Anderson's a fan of mine as well. I didn't know, but he is.
I worked with him years ago, Dougie. I worked with him. We did a show together years ago, and he's a guest. We always get Dougie on because he can talk for Scotland.
Oh, we just start him up and sit back.
And a lot of our chat when he was on was about you.
Yeah.
So, and he was saying,
Really?
yeah, because I just that day or the day before, I think, kind of found you. And he was going, I love Nick Garrie. I've seen him here, and and so we had a long old chat about you. Is that funny?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Dougie, I really love him because he's been through life. He's been through in and out of the ringers, and I just like him. Yeah, and when I did this album called 49 Arlington Gardens just after I got divorced, and he didn't produce the whole thing, but he was pretty influential on most of it.
Yeah. And you're still doing...
Sorry?
No, go on, you go.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, you at 71, you're still kind of working a lot because you do a lot of Facebook live streams from a beautiful garden or from your house. And it must be, I would imagine it's odd that, over 50 years since that first album, years away from the business, managing ski resorts and traveling and doing whatever and teaching. And yet, people still want to hear you. People still get excited when you, as we did, when you pick up a guitar and sing a song.
Yeah, I've always loved to sing. And, I play in care for the last five years. I play in care homes for folks with dementia. I played in one last week. It's a hospital for people with substance abuse problems, and I do another one with adults with quite severe autism, and I love it because obviously I don't do any of my own stuff there, but I just love to sing, and if I'm honest, I'm a better singer now than I certainly was, when I was 20.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was too, if you listen to the Stanislas, I was too shy, too weedy little voice. Whereas now I know what I'm doing. I mean, if people don't like the song, then I accept that too. I've got old enough to accept that now.
How are you finding the whole lockdown thing? Are you okay with it?
I was great with it because I started doing a lot of like you say, online stuff, which I've never really done before,
Yeah.
and it was really good.
Yeah.
People would write really, really sweet things, and I could tell it was making their day better. But it just got, I can't just keep on sort of sticking my fat face in front of everybody and singing my songs. There's got to be a limit. What I'm hoping to do is, this is one last aim before I croak it, is to make an album of the best of Nick Garrie, because most people just know Stanislas.
Yeah.
They don't know I've got some songs that are, better than Stanislas. So, when I I did a tour of Spain just before the bloody COVID thing started, and it was terrific. I played an hour and a half, my best sort of 20-25 songs, and it was good. So I'd like to do that, do it live, and then go on a tour and go, whoever will have me. I know that the Spanish will have me, and the Norwegians will too. New York would, because I've played there quite a bit, but I don't really fancy going there with the current climate.
It's all a bit much. I'm tired of it now. Get us a vaccine. Let's. Although saying that, Katherine and I went to a concert last night. Our first concert since February. It's a lovely singer. Do you know the singer-songwriter Narina Palo?
Yes, I think I do. I recognise the surname. Yeah.
She's great. Kind of very influenced by kind of Kate Bush and Tori Amos. She's brilliant. And we went to a lovely little cabaret. There was about 35 other people there.
Yeah.
We're all sat at tables. It's me and Katherine, and then there was space, and then another table, and the bar staff came to you, and it was lovely.
It was almost normal, Nick.
Yeah.
Almost.
I didn't think I was going to go to a concert again until we had a vaccine, and this was testing the water. So it can work. It can work when it's done like that.
And it might help people like me or smaller artists who have a small following. When I did the tour of Spain, I started in Madrid, and I played in a thing called the Berlin Club, which is quite a big indie club. And I did the radio show in the afternoon. Then in the evening, I came on. There were 100 people sitting there. And when I came on, they all stood up and clapped. Incredible.
Is this your?
But the club could have held 500.
Yeah.
So if I could just keep doing things for 100, or I'd be fine.
Is this your first ever Zoom call, Nick?
Yeah. Why am I doing it all wrong?
No, you're doing it brilliantly.
We feel very honoured that you would try it out with us, and we'd be the first people.
I was telling Katherine, Nick is almost as technologically incompetent as me.
You're doing way better. We've done how many Zoom calls? I still always get it wrong.
Oh God, we've had a nightmare with stuff. But he was going. So do I have to download this Zoom then? I was thinking, oh God, this is never going to happen. You're doing it brilliantly, Nick.
It's not going to happen. Well, no, Pablo did it. He did it.
We need.
And he's gone off.
So you want me?
So Katherine, my sister is called Katherine.
Okay, that's great. It's a good name. It's a good name. So when you went,
a good name, yeah.
When you went to Spain, did you speak? Because I did French and Spanish. So did you speak Spanish on the radio, or did they speak to you in English? How does it work?
Yeah, I speak my rotten Spanish, because I'm bilingual with French.
Yeah.
I get by.
You can have a go, yeah. I expect they find it very charming anyway. I think when English people have a try, they do tend to appreciate it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Maybe the Spanish more than the French. The French are a little bit more kind of. I think it's better if we speak English.
The French. Yeah. Katherine, where did you do your languages?
I did
uni.
Yeah, I did. I did French and Spanish at Nottingham. So I did 6 months at the Institut Britannique in Paris, and I did 6 months in the University of Zaragoza. But my best friend.
Nottingham was a good.
Yeah, Nottingham's excellent. But the reason I did.
Go on. Go on.
The reason I did Spanish is because I was good at French, not so good at Spanish. I started Spanish later. I was about to fail it, and I went on the Spanish exchange, and I was put with this girl in Seville, in the middle of nowhere, a little village outside Seville, where there was no other English kids were going there, and it was sink or swim. And we're still friends now. She's like godmother to my children, and vice versa. We just landed on our feet, and neither of us could really communicate in each other's languages, but we learnt together. And so I ended up doing
my youngest daughter Ellie. She's on some of the videos. She's blonde and very, full of it. And she did European English and European stuff at Nottingham.
Uh-huh.
And after the divorce, I used to speak about Nick Garrie, and the kids would just take the piss and say, "Oh, shut up, we're not interested in you." So I go off and sulk. And anyway, she was in her last year at Nottingham, and she had to write a paper on folk music in the 60s, 60s protest stuff. So I told her, what I knew, and she put my name down on the paper, and her tutor said, "What's this? How do you know Nick Garrie?" She said, "He's my dad."
I know really
so
well.
She got 4 marks for that, and then she started asking questions about the songs and blah 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
I think it's lovely. And I'm not as familiar with the rest of your stuff. I have listened to it, and I'm looking forward to kind of diving into it even more. But I think it's amazing that even 52 years later, I know a lot of late 60s music. That's kind of my era. A big Beach Boys, Beatles, kind of love fan. But for an album to just pop out that is so, and I know you think it's perhaps overproduced, but it's so beautiful, and it's got so many good melodies in it, and so many hooks. 52 years later, it's still astounding people. That's not bad going, man.
I better give you a big burst of "Can I Stay With You?"
Sounds like a cute song.
You know what? I'll tell you the story. Not a lot of people know that. I went to Warwick University, and I was doing my finals, and I'd worked very hard the first couple of years. I got a first in my first year exams, but by the third year I was singing. I couldn't be, I couldn't stand the students, and I go in for the last exam, see the and I can't do it. I just hadn't done it. I couldn't do it right, a single thing. So I sat there, and then this girl just ahead of me with sort of long blonde ringlets and jean shorts and long brown bags. She was scribbling away, and so I thought, I'll write a song. So I started writing "Can I Stay With You?" And I imagine that she and I were boyfriend and girlfriend, and having the usual arguments that students do. And then we finished the exam, and I could, because I didn't know her. I met her I think about 2 or 3 weeks later, and we just clicked like that. And I took her to Paris, and we made love by the river, and so I stuck it all in the song. And then she went her way, and I went mine. So it's quite a good song.
Fantastic.
There you go. Now you know the only thing I'll ever say. Honey, can I stay with you? Cut my hair, grew it long, played my song and watched the sun. Can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is around. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is wrong. Cigarettes, magazines, perforated Chinese dreams. Chicken, can I stay with you? Sell the car, sell yourself, touch your toes and count to 12. But listen, can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is around. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is around. around. I recall a summer night, making love by riverlight. Can I stay with you? Maybe not, maybe now. Doesn't matter anyhow. But listen, can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy. Watching you is nice. But everything I seem to do is around. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day. And everything I seem to do is around.
That's actual magic.
It's beautiful.
That you've just done a little spell there. That's actual magic, Nick. Thank you. Who knows when this madness is going to end? But do you have a plan? You say you want to do like a best of. Is that kind of the next project?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen, but people keep saying, "Oh, when are you going to do a new album?" I've done enough bloody albums and nobody buys. You know, I've never even seen a royalty check in my life.
Wow.
Never.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of advances there, and so I just think, no, fuck them. I've got enough good songs, really good songs. They're as good as that.
Yeah.
To make an album, and maybe if I could do it, I'd do it in New York. But I might just do it myself here on the guitar in Langley, with a double bass and just do it that way.
Wait, hang on. Which Langley are you?
Because I mean, things are changing now.
Which Langley? You're not in Langley near Slough, are you?
Langley here. Yeah.
Are you in Langley?
Well, I'm actually in Horton.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
No, not Langley, but I'm in Horton.
Right. Okay. Because I obviously I grew up in Slough. Then I moved to Farnham Common. I'm in Aylesbury now, but my kids live in Windsor, so just down the road from you. What I'm saying is, can you look after my kids for me because they're a pain in the ass?
Yeah, no worries. I'm very good with children. They do what I say, no problem.
How funny! My mum worked at Langley Grammar School.
Because I've had them on the ski. I've had them on the ski slopes and everywhere and in classes and.
Nick, when
they're what makes the world go around, aren't they? Really?
Oh God, my boys are 10 and 8, and they are magic. And Catherine's girls are a very similar age, a little bit older, and that's what it's about. Forget us old farts. We're irrelevant now. They're the future. Let's try and clean everything up as much as we can for them. Nick,
how old are yours?
Mine are, oh God.
One's about to turn 9.
Yeah, and one's just turned 12.
So Kath's got 2 girls, I've got 2 boys, 8 and 10.
Yeah.
Babies. Little babies.
You've got all the best years to come.
How old are yours, Nick? Yours, I would imagine, are a little bit older. All the best years to come.
Yeah, they are. The boy's 30 now. And Ellie, you need to be looking at her on YouTube because she's very pretty. She's 24 and Georgie's 26.
Okay.
She lives in Australia. She was rowing for Australia.
Wow. And
now she's cycling for Australia.
Blimey. Nick, it's so lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for getting in contact via Facebook.
No worries.
And, you're welcome to come on
anytime you want.
Anytime you want, we'd love to have you back. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Be banging on the I've just written this song. Could you just
do it?
We would love that. We would love that.
Do it. Come anytime you want to come on, Nick. You have my details. You come on.
I don't do that. I don't. I toured with Leonard Cohen and we were really close. I mean, he was telling me stuff I bet he doesn't tell anybody, and never saw him again. Never thought to phone him or anything. I don't keep up with people. I just do my own thing, really. Anyway, it's been really nice. You want? That's enough, isn't it?
No. If you want, you offered. Yes, I'd like another song, please.
Which one?
He's got to think.
I play Deeper Tones of Blue.
You play. Yes. That sounds fantastic. Thank you, mate. That would be lovely. Go on.
There's a website, an English website, and the guy in it, he writes about Stanislas, and he says, I'm not going to make all the normal lazy comparisons, but I'm just going to tell you that there's a song on Stanislas called, which is the most beautiful song in the world.
Wow.
And he's right, of course. It isn't. Because I wrote, he said modestly, I wrote it I'd just been kicked out. I was just about to be kicked out of France, because I wouldn't do the military service. I was busking in Saint-Tropez, and I finished the busking, and I climbed up this hill in Porrimont at night, and the bloody song just came to me, just woof, in one hit. Lyrics, everything, the whole lot in one go. Your lips are slightly warm and cling like a summer wind. I'd like to lose myself in you. I'd like to love you if that means anything, and watch your eyes turn deeper tones of blue. I'd like to stroll along the seashore of your mind and whisper all my secrets to the breeze. I'd watch the silver seagull as he billowed through the air and plunge into a century of sea. I'd like to love you if that means anything. Watch your eyes turn deeper tones blue. The girl lay silent as a rain-washed grave. Not a sound she made, not a sign she gave. And the man hung his head in despair, and he watched the golden sunlight ripple through her. I'd like to love you if that means anything, and watch your eyes turn deeper tones blue. I'd like to love you if that means anything, and watch your eyes turn deeper tones blue.
Goosebumps. I mean, actual goosebumps. That's magic, Nick. That is magic. It's so nice to meet you, mate. Thank you. It's a real joy. Well, you're welcome back anytime. And I'm going to bother you. I'm going to keep in touch with you.
Do, because I won't keep in touch with you.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
It's lovely. You're very nice. And the lovely Katherine there as well.
Well, thank you, Nick.
Who is the loveliest, would you say, Nick?
How do I switch you on now?
Who is the loveliest out of the both of us, would you say?
It's very hard because you've faded Katherine's face, so I can't see it. I can see your face, but I can't see her.
It's done on purpose.
We're going to let you go so we don't see the embarrassing how do you turn this off thing. We're going to let you turn it off in your own time. It's lovely to meet you, Nick. Take care.
Okay.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
It's absolute pleasure. There is never a good way to end a Zoom meeting.
Especially when you're crotch height.
That was magic. I wasn't sure how that was going to go because I didn't know a lot about him.
No.
Hadn't seen any interviews with him. His typed communication was very short.
Well, he's not. He doesn't like keeping up with people.
He doesn't like people, it would seem.
Well, I thought
Everyone
that
was
sounded
a
very
bastard.
familiar.
That was magic. That was magic. Shame about the audio on the Zoom. There's a little setting you can do to change that. If we get him on, I'll inform Pablo of that little setting you can do. You have to override something. Let's press. That should work. That was joyous. Wasn't that magic? Goosebumps when he was singing. And I think he taught in Slough Grammar. He lives. I learnt to do emergency stops just around the corner from him. I mean, it's just that's the location. Isn't that strange? I've driven. I don't know Halton exactly. I know Langley, but I've driven around there so many times. I was driving there the other day because the M4 was closed. I had to come through there.
Isn't it the strangest thing?
Nick Garrie's there, and he was a teacher. I'm blown away.
There's a whole story about the teaching, I'm sure.
Yeah, listen, the album, the first album, The Nightmare of J.B. Stanislas, it's on Spotify, and it's an undiscovered gem. You know, it's just when you thought there could be no more lost classics, there's that.
Yeah.
And I've listened to some of the other stuff. I'm not that familiar with it, but I'm going to dive in and have some of that. What a world! That's cheered me up no end. Right.
Tell you what, though, I bet he was a devil when he was a young man.
Dirty bastard. Making love by the Seine. Eh? Have you been there?
Yeah, I've not been there, but
Yeah.
I've been there, but I've not been there.
Okay, well, we need to know that.
I've been to the Seine.
Yeah, there is a high fidelity setting for music on Zoom. There is something you can do, can't you, that overrides the kind of, there's a limiter which you can hear it kind of keep cutting out there, and it overrides that. So we'll have that next time.
Right.
Let's get down to some tech issues.
Go and get yourself a cup of tea.
Because this is
We're
gonna
going
be
in.
boring as F.
Do you want a brew or anything?
Yeah, go on, but
Because-
I need you to be here at some point.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll have a decaf cough, please. Kath.
Pass us your cup and I'll sort you out, so to speak.
Yeah, no, there was no point in mentioning the audio because it would just have worried people and. Right.
Oh, hello, Pat.
Is Pat's there? Okay. Paul has sent me a link. Right. So, I reckon if I press that, aha, that might do it.
It'll be a very short technical stream.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing, Catherine. I don't want to alarm you. Hey, it's the weekend, guys. It's the weekend. We're gonna have a fun show. It just may not be tonight. It just may not be tonight.
There will be one eventually.
Right. So if I do that. Why did I get small patches? What else are you going to be doing on a Friday night?
Hey, George.
Look at the sweat. Oh, yeah, sweat patch. Thanks, E. I can't even get this bloody, like... holder to grab the thing. Once we get this set up, this is going to be awesome. There we go. Right. Sit down.
I am.
Oh, don't speak to me like that, sir! Share. Have I done it? Has that done it?
Yeah.
Hang on. Boom. You're in focus, I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah. It's all right.
I don't want alright, Catherine. I want perf.
Well, I don't think.
I want perf.
Oh, perf. No.
Don't be so disgusted. This is my handsome face. State of those teeth.
God. No one wants this. This is against toss.
Right, hang on a minute. Let's get rid of. Can we make? What I'd like is, can we make? What do they call those things? GIFs.
Oh no, you don't want one of that.
Can we get?
We don't want you YOLOing.
We're going to get some GIFs going here, guys. Let's get rid of the alpha sync because they won't want to be associated with this. They'll take the computer back. Right. So here's some GIFs for you. Okay. You ready? Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh, mate. Oh no, come on.
That's my sister. Oh, my sister thinks I'm
Yeah.
doing a lick out on her.
Oh my God.
Oh.
That's well against toss, that.
You toss.
You toss.
Focus.
Yes. Focus.
Yes.
Oh, look at my nails with all painting.
Sorry?
My nails have got all paint in them. Look.
Hang on.
I've got paint on my arms.
Let's try.
They're disgusting.
Focus.
Oh, yeah. Frida.
Pause.
Oh, yeah.
I
think that'll do, right?
I'm out of focus.
Focus.
I think we fixed it.
Yay. Well done, everyone.
I want to do
It was
more.
tough. It was tough for me back there.
I want to do more GIFs.
No, not if they're going to be pervy ones.
Focus.
Oh, my God.
Hang on, right here.
Yeah, you are.
Focus.
What are you doing? What exactly are we going to use this GIF for?
Can you make that into a GIF, please?
Of what? What for?
None of your freaking business.
You've got to encapsulate something in your GIFs.
Focus.
Oh my God. Ah, no. Stop it. Oh, you're so... Ugh. Well, ugh.
Can we make some GIFs of those, please?
Can we not?
Can you?
I don't know what kind of scenario we'd need those.
Sorry, the internet is not censored as far as I'm concerned.
I wish it was.
We fixed it. Just
Shifty
even turn
GIFs.
this light on.
Now, I look... They're horrible.
Yes, well, that's your problem. That's because it's in focus, Catherine. You're used to seeing your face through a hazy, gin-soaked fug.
It's the way I like it.
Now, is that like gonna... Hang on.
Stop it, you weirdo!
Oh, am I weirdo? I'm doing this. I'm playing on
You're
my...
like, you're caressing the camera with your tongue. It's not normal.
You sit sat up there.
It's not normal. Oh, God, stop it! I'd get you arrested.
I'll arrest you for being a nicky nacky knuckle.
No, not that.
I was worried then. I'll tell you why I was worried. You know, sometimes you say something and it ends up like... If you've ever said on the radio, you know, you play with words. I played the other day what my... Well, that's just made that worse. This whole thing was supposed to get rid of this. Right. I played my kid asking what my...
How long have I got to hold this up for?
Asking my 8-year-old what KFC stood for.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Don't do that.
Where is it? Where's it gone? Here we go.
It's going to be...
Here we go.
Are you happy with that?
Nope. That's something else. Oh, you've seen this, right? Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Don't know who this kid is. But listen to the end.
Put her closer.
Bubbles! Come back! Fuck's sake.
You heard that, right? You heard that. There are so few viewers because we're having great technical difficulties.
We've been titting about with the cameras for about an hour and a half. Ça c'est pourquoi.
All right, here we go. So this is when I asked... Here we go.
KFC stand for?
Cunties, glutes, gatties.
There's just one more time. My 8-year-old, what does KFC stand for?
KFC stand for?
Cunties, glutes, gatties.
Did
And
you
of
say
course,
canties, right?
We've all gone to say winky wanky woo, right? And then realised that we're about to say wanky, right? And I was just worried then when I was saying... I was just worried that I was going to say something offensive when I was saying nicky nacky noonus.
Well, okay. Good job you didn't. We swerved that bullet.
Please don't mention bullets. Please don't mention bullets because some of my favourite heroes were shot with bullets, and so I don't really think it's funny to make jokes about bullets.
Where'd you stand on nunchucks?
Nunchuckers, karate style, kung fu weapons, smashing in your skull. Nunchuckers, karate style, kung fu weapons, smashing in your skull. Nunchuckers, karate style, kung fu weapons.
I have no idea. Put that down!
Nunchuckers, kung fu style. Everybody wants to know kung fu Fred.
This is...
Who's in focus now, me or you?
me.
Nunchuckers, karate style, kung fu kicking in your head. It's been such a stressful week.
Okay. Express that through the medium of music. That's the first song you've done in about 6 months that's not involved making love
I'll do your song.
between the hours of 1 and 5.
I'll do your song.
Here we go. This is what you came here for.
I'll do your song.
Came for the technical difficulties, stayed for the hits. Yes, Caveman, it is, because he is a human being. Don't sing it at me.
When I saw you driving down the street
No.
just the other day, baby, you looked kind of sweet in your sexy little car, baby.
What?
I like the look of your Mini.
Am I what now?
I want to get into your Mini.
You leave it alone.
Look at you with that Mini. It's
private.
Climb into your Mini. I can go in the front, I can go in the back of your Mini.
Oh, God.
I can climb in the boot, I can empty out the jack of your Mini.
You leave it alone.
Let me grab the controls and drive you to the pleasure zone of your Mini.
Gosh.
Sweet little Mini. It's quite old and battered.
Yeah.
It's got a few dents round the side.
So's yours.
Round it's spattered, and I think you need it valeted. Clean out your Mini. Let me empty out your glove.
No! You leave that alone!
Pretty little Mini.
I see you looking at my Mini, and it's weird. I'm thinking, why is this guy checking out my Mini, and what's with the beard? Keep your hands off my Mini, it's private business. Yeah, yeah, private business. Keep your hands off my Mini, or I'll ram you up the Nissan.
I got some bad news, baby. I work for the man. I'm a debt collector, baby. I'm doing all that I can. You see, you're behind with your money, and I got to repossess. I got your TV, got your DVD, I got your VHS. But I need to take your Mini. I gotta take that Mini. I have to take that Mini, or you will go to jail.
Keep your hands off my Mini. It's none of your business. You can take everything that I own, but keep your hands off my Mini. It's private business. You leave my Mini alone. Woo!
Your Mini.
Hands off my Mini.
I'm taking your Mini.
my hands off my mini.
I'm gonna have to take your mini.
Not my mini.
I'm gonna put a yellow thing on the wheel of your mini. I'm talking about car. You're not talking about vagina, are you?
I was a bit, yeah.
Oh, she meant her fanny. I meant her little car.
I was thinking about my Volvo, and I don't mean a car.
I wanna take her car, she wants to give me her fanny. I don't wanna touch her battered on fanny. I want the car, don't want her fanny. It's covered in mud, her fanny. Covered in mud. Covered in mud.
Well, it's been locked down.
I hope that it's mud. Why would she have mud on her fanny? Oh, what's that brown stuff, etc., etc.
You get the idea with
etc.
that.
Okay.
Oh dear. To be honest, my mini is a disgrace. And Frank, if you wanted to take it, you could.
Just gonna jog on the spot for a little bit.
Oh dear.
Those arms go flippity flop.
All they can see is your cojones.
Right.
God.
Hey, BAPT, put the subs down, man!
Not after that. You cannot do that.
He tried to hit the refund me my subs button. He tried to hit the refund me my subs button.
Oh dear.
And,
Professor Nessa. Willkommen.
thank you, BAPT. BAPT like songs with confused cars and genitals. It's a niche. But one I'm happy to fill.
Again, hands off the mini. Oh dear.
Right.
Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Welcome to the show.
And you're so welcome to the show.
But keep your hands off my mini.
Where's my thing? Because I've got written all those. What I did, we spoke to Nick from Poseidon. This house is such a tip.
Oh, we've got cute news about Nick from Poseidon's dog's use, and it's not.
Oh, he sent me. Did he send me a picture of the
Yeah,
new
he
dog?
did. Zeus has got a best friend. Think of the cutest little dog partnership you can think of. You're about to get pretty close,
Here
but
it is.
you.
Oh, it's Nelson, isn't it?
Yeah, you've never seen anything as adorable as Nelson, and wait till I tell you what Nelson does.
Hang on, it won't let me. Why won't it let me download? There's something not quite right with my intranet. Couldn't review the. Why won't it let me do that? We might not be able to see Nelson, though. I think we're being sabotaged.
By Zeus, they're friends and all, but obviously.
Nick, you're gonna have to send me those pictures again. For some reason, it won't let me. Here we go. Diane couldn't preview the file. Try downloading. Something not.
No.
Anyway, he's got a very cute little dog friend, and we will more on that on Monday, guys. More on that on Monday, guys. Is what the thing. But a big thank you to the sponsors. We couldn't sing songs like the mini song without people like BAPT gifting out the subs. Thank you. But also like Poseidon Safety Management.
Keeping Devon and Cornwall safe.
Oh no! I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, there are adverts playing.
What are you doing?
But there are adverts playing, so we won't play those. We'll do the sponsorship in a minute because I accidentally hit the advert button.
Right.
I've got two buttons that say ads. This is a terrible show.
Andrew Foster says, if I ever need a security company here in Cornwall, I will contact Poseidon purely because of that song. You better.
You should get one. You should get one because I'm going to come and smash your windows in.
Wow.
I will smash your windows in, and the only people that can stop it are Poseidon Safety Adventures. What are they called?
Safety management.
Okay. all
Safety
right.
Adventures is good.
It's Friday night, and I'm high on life and Jesus.
Hey, Tom Baldwin, thanks for subscribing.
Oh, can I play you?
Oh, yes.
This is funny, man. This is funny. Nick just messaged me. That's the worst interview I've ever done. That was awful. Katherine should dump you. Oh, that's a bit rude, I think, actually, Nick.
You're right, though.
Well, I don't think that is right, actually. I can't be bothered to find it on the computer, so I'm going to play it off my phone.
It's Benzo, just subscribed. Thank goodness, we've just been hanging on for you.
Here we go.
Right. You know, we always talk about
Beswick.
Allan Beswick.
He's off for a week. He's being replaced by our good friend Daryl Morris.
Who will be wonderful.
Who
Very
is
different.
not an arse. The only person on talk radio who's not an arse.
Allan Beswick is not an arse either, but
He's a bit of an arse.
He's significantly older than Daryl, and I don't think he's got quite the sunny disposition that Daryl has. So have a listen to Beswick when he comes back. Have a listen to Daryl while he's away. But last night there was a beautiful...
2 nights ago.
Night before last, there was a beautiful bit of radio.
Which I heard. She didn't hear it. I heard it.
But I've heard it since, and it's great, and we're going to play it to you now.
Yes.
Oh, very good, yeah. Well, going back watching.
Well, I can't now. You've sort of disappeared now, so you have to...
See a minute.
This is a great... This is how... The guy coming up. I'm looking there, and I need to look there. We need to move that camera.
Yeah.
This is how you do a prank call, all right?
I can hear you like that, yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
You okay, mate?
Here we go.
Right.
This is how you do a prank call, guys. Can you hear that?
You've gone, Gail, you've gone again. Gail, I don't know what the problem is, but we keep losing you. So what I'm going to do is get Talit to ring you back and see if we can get a better connection. I'll do Stuart.
Hello? You okay, mate?
Hello. I'm very
You
well,
all right?
thank you.
Yeah, I was in town the other day, and I was walking up Piccadilly Approach, going back to Liverpool, and I went to like a well-known supermarket. I won't mention the name, but there was a lad sat outside.
Well, you don't have to. Now you've told us where it is. But go on.
There's a lad. No, I haven't. There was a lad sat outside, homeless lad, and it depends on me whether I give him change or not. It depends. You know, sometimes I think are they homeless? He might not be homeless. I don't know, but some days I will give the homeless change. And some days I won't. It's just how I feel in the moment. But this particular day, I thought I'm not going to give him any money. So I went in the shop. I had to pick some things up for myself. So I picked some food up. And I went outside and instead of giving him the money, I bought him a tin of corn. Beef, 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 beef. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Corn. Beef, 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 beef. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Corn. Beef, 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 beef. You got beef with me, Alan?
He's loving it.
Bring your beef, Alan, because I've got beef with you.
Those
You weren't even in
those
the
jackets.
you
with
heard
the
this to the
sleeve-
BBC.
Those
Because you're not even worth a bag of
those
carrots.
jackets.
Not even worth a bag
Those
of carrots.
jackets where the sleeves fasten at the back are really quite uncomfortable, aren't they? How do David?
You're not even worth a bag of carrots.
But it came out of nowhere, and there's someone on the chat saying, "Oh, I could tell it was a crank from the start." You liar!
No, you couldn't.
You couldn't. If you listen to that show, it sounded identical to every single other person that rings up. There was nothing weird about that call. Came out of nowhere. It was beautiful.
Let's talk about our sponsors, please. So if I press this ads button and then I press Poseidon, we had a conversation with Nick and I would like to read out some of the notes that I made.
Oh, brilliant. Can you read your writing?
Nursery was broken into and they have provided free security. This was a kiddies nursery, not a flower nursery.
No, although they would have done that as well.
Nick built up the business on his own. His dad set up a security company, but this is a different security company. He set up Poseidon on his own. Nick set up Poseidon on his own. He employs 26 people. It's been going for 4 years. In 10 years, he hopes to be the industry leader in guard dog security. What we're going to do is we're going to filter all... This is just the facts. The next time we talk about Poseidon, safety management, safety adventures, we're going to really big it up.
Yeah, massive.
Radar vision, visually verified intruder detector system, battery, no internet. They can reduce costs. They've got 10 dogs. They are well looked after at Zeus. And Nelson is saying he's trained. It turns out if a dog is biting you, you do put a finger up the bum. That is true.
Yeah, but you better not miss.
And Richard Gregorian's going to get bitten by a dog.
If you're messing around back there and you miss, they will get you.
Richard Gregorian's going to get bitten by a dog.
Yeah, and they're going to film it.
So those are the two adverts done there. Sally's Way Solutions for the lady in your life. If you got a lady in your life, she might be your lover, she might be your wife, and you want a girl hopeless and out. You gotta call James and Mark Somerswear Solutions. They're gonna clean that ladies' factory, the shopping centre. And 34sp.com. Katherine.
Web hosting business specialising in WordPress. They're based in Manchester, but they work worldwide, and they can help you out whether you're a complete beginner or quite advanced. They've got great customer service. They like to be transparent and ethical. If you're having trouble, they will be on the end of the customer service hotline for you, and they'll make sure you're
like
fine.
technical trouble, not personal issues. Although do you know what?
They're so nice, they probably would help you out with that
She'll
too.
get involved.
Tell you how nice they are.
They
They've
gave
given
us
us a
£1 million
code.
pounds.
No, they've given us a code.
Gave me £1 million
No,
pounds to
they've
not share.
they've given us a code TLNA. You get 3
given
months
us COVID.
free. They're not giving anyone COVID.
No, they're not.
That we know of.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for that.
So that's good.
Does this work? Does this work? I don't think this works. I think I deactivated that.
Okay, well that's good.
I haven't had the internet for 2 days, so I read a book and listened to a record.
Oh,
Oh, Paddy. Can we give permission to Paddy to put a link in the chat? He's got a mental health blog, and the domain is on 34SP. And I did say if you've got a website that is on 34SP,
we will big it up.
we will big it up. So please.
That's excellent.
Low numbers tonight, but I tell you why that is. Because you're shit. No, I'm joking. You're really no. It's because this is the thing I think with Twitch. Sorry.
Anyway, I'm fine. You're shit. No, I don't mean it. You're really shit. And scene. So tonight,
I'm gonna hurt myself.
a change.
real big
Are we gonna do changing rooms tonight?
Nah, I can't bother.
You can't be bothered. It's me what does it.
Oh, shut your face. Everyone's watching. Yeah, sure, you're doing the words, but everyone's watching the look. It's Friday. Are the people you raided phoning in? Oh, we haven't opened the phones.
Oh,
God.
that'll do it. That'll be quiet, won't it?
I bet we haven't opened the phones, Kath. Now, it won't be set.
Oh God. Well, careful what you wish for, guys. That's all I'm
Right,
gonna
hang
say.
on, because it's not set. Where are we having it? Are we going to have it? No, this is what we need to do.
What?
Shut up, Gatford.
Right, okay.
Shut your face. I think you said something homophobic then, isn't it?
Oh,
Right, hang on.
Really?
Shut up, boy. Shut up, boy.
Oh, no, I can see you.
Cancel. I don't want to share screen. So if I do this, this should work. No? Why? Because we're on... This is screen 2 now. Hang on. Hang on.
everybody, cool out.
Hang on. I've got to make that screen 1.
Ah.
Hang on. Copy. I can't even hear him. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can talk to him.
No.
Hi, Kath, how you doing?
Did he say Cat Dealey?
Yes.
No.
He did. He said, "Hey, Cat Dealey."
Hey, Cat Dealey. She married
Bum,
Patrick
bum,
Kilty, didn't
bum,
she?
bum. Yes.
Someone had to.
Well, I hope they're happy.
Indeed.
What's going
In
on
America.
here?
I'm on.
You just split Gatford.
Dirty bastard.
The first operation I've had this year.
Oh no! How are the digits?
Yes, there's still 8 of them. It's all healing over nicely. We're all doing well.
Oh, I've got some news.
Oh, he's got some foot news. He was waiting for you to come on so he could share.
Oh yeah, foot news.
Foot news.
Foot news.
Kick off your Sunday shoes.
Please,
got a
Louise.
You do
I've
foot
got
news.
foot
and I've got
news.
a challenge for you.
Verrucas and disease. Anyway,
Where's my headies?
I'm sitting on them.
Up your jacksie.
Been warming them up. Ah, don't be disgusting.
They smell lovely. They smell lovely. Smell of calf jacksie.
Foot news.
Foot news.
You tell us your foot news, and I'll tell you my foot news. And mine, I'll be in Scotland before you.
It's all going well. It's healing over. That's about it.
Okay, my foot news is more important.
Fine.
Turns out I probably didn't have verrucae,
Verrucae.
Right.
athlete's foot, because I've been to a podiatrist. I went and saw a lovely podiatrist, and she laughed. First of all, I said, I have got verrucae, and I have been wearing the tape. And she went, it's not scientifically proven, but it seems to work. I asked her about the banana skin. Do you know what she said?
It's not scientifically proven.
It appears to work. But she laughed at me because I'd wrapped the tape all around my foot and I'd infected the top of my foot. Anyway, she said, it doesn't look like you got verrucas.
You're not supposed to apply the tape.
Please, let me tell the story!
Well, get to the point!
I've got athlete's foot. And I said, okay, well, that's a relief because I didn't want the verrucas frozen off. She said, oh, no.
What?
We don't freeze verrucas anymore. They've stopped freezing verrucas about 10 years ago. I said, well, what is the treatment for verrucas? She went, we leave them now. Please, Gafford, I haven't
Now.
finished. She said, we leave them now. Many of us shouted athlete's foot from the chat. No, you didn't. That's a lie. Fake news.
I don't remember that.
No. So basically, they don't treat verrucas anymore because the treatment is only 40% effective. All the treatments. They have a new thing which they do in Aylesbury where they microwave it. Another treatment they do is where they just stab it with a needle. Yeah. But they don't really treat verrucas. I said, well, aren't they infectious? She said, well, they're only infectious for the first 6 months, like where they're really infectious, when you can't see it. And then when you can see it for the next 6 months, they're really infectious. And after that, but it's herpes. It's foot
Is
peas.
it?
Yeah, it's a virus. It's a virus.
Where have you been putting your foot?
Up your arse. And as you well know, darling. And so they don't do that. And then I said, okay, why are you not chiropodists anymore? I had a great time talking to Louise. I asked her about banana. I said, why are you not chiropodists anymore? She said, well, podiatrists are this is American. And about a few years ago, they wanted to regulate everything in the same way that marathons became Snickers and Jif became Sif. And so a podiatrist has been to university, a chiropodist has got a diploma. Degree versus diploma, right? That's it. But what they said was the old school chiropodists, if they could prove that they could reach a certain standard, they would make them podiatrists. And podiatrists are a bit, this isn't great, but we'll let you. Right, this isn't great, but we'll let you. Okay. But there are still, if you see any chiropodists, they're old men that don't want to move with the times. There's a third tier. Which is Jif was never Sif. Can we time out Robo BGRBDS, please? Can we time them out, please? There is a thing called like a foot technician. That's basically they can just like moisturise your feet and cut your toenails.
They do when I had it done. They did lots of like the taking off of the dressings, and then the podiatrist put it back on properly.
Yeah,
right.
So they don't really do a lot. And there was talk of calling them podiatrists, and the podiatrists went ballistic and went, "No way!"
Got a good
so that is my foot news. I had a lovely chat.
There's more. Because what you told me to shut up about was important. Because you were showing people a technique that actually caused you more problems than... Oh, God. So, you know, he had the tape wrapped all the way around. He instructed me to wrap the tape all the way around.
I said it.
No.
I said it.
No, you missed out the bit where she said, no, you're just supposed to put the tape on the affected part, not all the way around.
Because then it got infected on the top. You see
hold on. Infected or affected?
Affected.
Infected.
And infected.
Can you just half press the shutter button so it focuses, please?
No one wants to see
Please
this.
just half press the shutter
People
button.
don't want to see this.
Come on, lick that.
No.
Dirty.
Which is the shutter?
There.
I'm not getting mine out this time.
Again, do it again, please.
Oh, no, come on.
No, do it again.
I can see that.
Enough's enough.
So what's the treatment for athlete's foot then, Ian?
Got to shove it back up your arse, Gafford. There it is.
Oh,
All it is
Ugh,
is fungal.
that really is manky.
All it
Cream?
is fungal. All it is fungal. It's fungal.
So you just got to apply cream or something?
Got to apply some Lamicin once to it. Guess how many times
Yeah.
you've got to apply it?
Dunno.
Twice.
A day?
They should call it Lamisil twice. No, in your life.
Oh, well, that's fair enough then. You're okay. You do it now once when you're 96. I have a challenge for you.
Oh, baby, give it to me.
I want a show next week, or in the near future.
Called
in the near future.
Called Custard News.
No, not that one. Where you two don't do any singing.
Why?
Not a note. Not a note. Just to show that you.
Idiot.
Bog off.
Idiot. Tiny pixel drawing.
Oh, that's nice.
That will be screen 1. Okay, that's okay. Let's save everyone's time. Okay, phones are open. Let's do this. Let's do a show. Ian Lee, remember that lost podcast you did? Going to do a new one. If you sign up to my Patreon, that I'm not really allowed to mention on here, there'll be a new one.
You're at a high risk of athlete's foot, says Floorbags, if you are a man. Frequently wear damp socks or tight-fitting shoes.
Well, I'm an athlete. What are we waiting for?
Stragglers.
That doesn't work. I know we've changed that. Did BT turn up? Yep. Next.
Eventually.
Next question.
I don't know why you're being combative.
He's getting on my nerves, these people now. You're getting on my nerves. I consider you part of the problem.
Well,
I'm part of the solution. I'm the solution for the upcoming generation. Do smells bring back memories? Yes. Next.
oh,
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? LB, LLB. Hey, L.
I'm going to turn this light off because I think I look like I'm doing a ghost story.
This town, is coming like a
that's too dark
ghost
now, is
town.
it?
I don't know what you are saying. Well, it depends. When I get rid of this. Hello, Lisa. Right, not there. Then it'll be too bright. You see.
It's a tricky scenario.
The mood doesn't need lightning. Is there anything you shouldn't joke about? Do it, Barry. Call in and I'll answer that question for you. Lisa's calling us from the 1970s.
Misty, misty night.
Misty night. Yes,
Hello.
Stu, we saw your picture. Thank you. Hello, Lisa. Good stretch. Nice stretch. You've got a Hey,
Shelley.
Shelley. I got a cat in the
Ooh,
garage.
He has. He's got a feral cat in the garage.
Big, who is spraying the cage with his male scent. So to get to put him in his place, this is cat psychology. I was spraying him. I sprayed him with my male scent. Let's see who's got the most male scent. 1-0 to me so far.
What was it, Prada?
No, it's from my pistol. Oof. Lisa! Can she hear us?
I don't know whether she
Yes.
can. Aha!
What can we do for you this evening, Lisa? This holiest of evenings.
Just wanted to say hi, I guess.
Hi!
What are you doing this weekend?
Meeting up with my brother and his kids tomorrow. So.
Hey, how old are his kids?
12. I haven't seen one of them since they were 6. And the other one's like his stepkid, but...
So you've not seen one for 6 years?
And the other one I've never met, so...
May I ask why you haven't seen your nephew or niece for 6 years?
Just haven't met up or anything.
Come on. You don't have to tell me, but I am... You don't have to tell me. You know we will never make you tell you. But I am putting my cards on the table. I don't believe you've just never met... Come on.
We lost touch for a little
Fell
bit.
out a bit, yeah. Families are tough, aren't they?
Yeah.
And your body language is telling me so much right now. You know I'd never ask you, I'd never push you, but your body language is telling me so much. Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you anything?
Yeah, sure.
You don't have to answer. Were you... I'm going to phrase this as euphemistically as possible. Were you a naughty girl?
No, it was more of they fell out with my mum and I lived with my mum and dad, so.
Right, okay. So the parents split up and it divided the family?
No, it's my half-brother, so.
Right, okay. It's, listen, I've got loads of my family that I don't speak to. My mum's side, the aunts and the uncles and the cousins I've not seen for 10, 15 years. My dad's side I've not seen for about... Well, I saw them at the funeral, but, families are hard work, man.
Yeah.
I've got... Well, you've met one of my half-sisters.
Yeah.
You met one of my half-sisters. I've got half-sisters and half-brothers, and I don't know how many I've got.
Here's the thing you learn as you get older. Families aren't like in Disney. You watch the adverts and everyone seems to be having a jolly time and, everyone's friendly and everyone gets along and it's all cool and you might have the odd disagreement like the Oxo family, but everyone makes up. But real life...
Lovely Linda Bellingham.
Yeah, real life is quite tricky and sometimes families are better off apart.
Good thing is, just before the lockdown, he had a new baby who I never got to meet because of that.
Uh-huh.
She's about 6 months now, so I'll get
And
to
you're going to meet her?
tomorrow, yeah.
New babies are magic because even if adults aren't getting on, I don't know what your relationship is with him, and I'm not presuming anything, but even if adults aren't getting on, if there is a new baby in the room, that it can kind of it doesn't solve anything, but it can temporarily push that tension out of the way, so that even if people haven't spoken for a long time for whatever reason, there's a new baby. It's magic. It's actual magic.
Yeah.
I think.
We've been speaking again since before Christmas, but because of everything that's happened, we haven't really.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for the second lockdown when it comes?
Don't know.
Looking forward to it?
No.
I would suggest stock up now on tinned food while you can. I've still got all my tinned food from before. Get some DVDs and some books in and get ready because it's coming. It is coming, baby.
I already have loads of DVDs and books, so.
You're ready.
You're ready. Well, Lisa, I wish you the best of luck. I hope it's really lovely. I look forward to hearing about it next week if you fancy sharing it with us.
Okay.
See you later on. Ta-ra.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, new babies. Get hold of that baby and sniff them in.
Smell the back of the neck.
The best.
They should sell that. They should do like a Lynx. They do Lynx Africa, and it does actually smell like Africa. They should do Lynx back of the baby's neck.
Oh.
Back of the neck. That's what they should do.
Oh.
Got no idea what I've done with adverts.
And the joy of just gently squeezing a baby's cheek. The best thing ever. The best thing ever.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, Stu, we did like the picture, thank you. Hello, James, how may we help thee?
Hey. Right.
No, Mookie 123. I'm not broody. I can like babies without wanting one. That shop is shut.
Yeah, it's closed. It's closed for business.
The boot of the Mini is shut.
I don't think it comes from the boot, James.
Why?
No.
I've been doing it wrong.
Exactly, but you've been doing it fun.
Guys, do you like Nirvana?
No.
Do you like Puddle of Mud?
No.
There's a funny video of Puddle of Mud covering Nirvana, and it's really, really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We played it. It says here, James Superfan. We played it on the first week of us doing this show, James.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
I've missed it.
Goodbye. That's where it looks like the guy's having a prolapse, yeah? It's that one. Yeah, played it. Next. Not quite. Well, Stu, if you want to make that picture into where's the picture that Stu was telling me about? We're not going to make it into a T-shirt.
They don't all get made into T-shirts.
They don't all get made into T-shirts. But if you want to make it into a T-shirt, you can make it into a T-shirt. You can't see any emails there if I were to show that screen, can you? There's now screen war. Psychedelic. That is Stu's drawing. It is excellent. That is excellent.
Oh!
Play the videos that me likes, sir. Well, we could do... There is a thing, and people keep suggesting we should do it, and I feel it's a little bit naughty, where we can charge you. There's a thing on Twitch where you can pay for us to play a video for you, but that feels a little bit naughty for me. So what we'd like you to do is click the follow button. Click the follow button if you don't mind. And you can subscribe as well. If you subscribe, if you've got Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, sorry. And you can subscribe, and me and Katherine get a $5. And
you don't pay any extra for that.
You don't pay
That's already in.
Extra for that. So have a look at subscribing, guys. Have a look at subscribing. No, thanks, Stu. Thank you for doing it, mate.
Thank you.
Jim!
Hello, Jim.
Good evening. Good evening. Are we well?
Yeah, we're all right, I think. What's going on with you?
Well, I haven't called for approximately 2 weeks following the previous advice. And I still haven't had a call.
What was the previous advice? I don't know what...
So I'm phoned originally...
You're speaking, Jim, as though, and presuming that I remember anything that is ever said on this show. I don't remember nothing.
Okay. So I phoned up with a grievance, and somebody unfortunately passed away. So you said you were going to call me back. I then phoned up saying I hadn't received a call 4 days later, and I was told to wait 2 weeks. I've waited 2 weeks.
Yep.
I'm just ringing for an update, really.
I would wait for another 12 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
12 months.
Just for that first call. What about the second one?
That one you should write that one off.
I think that's run out.
Or you can complain. That's your third option.
Is that to Jeff? Is that Mr.
You can
Baker?
complain to us.
Well, that's what I was trying to do in the first place.
But
that I'm afraid you'll have to discuss in a year's time. Whatever you were trying to do in the first one, that's irrelevant till now. We look forward to speaking to you on the 18th September 2021. But in the meantime, you can complain about the second call.
Okay.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Literally 7 days? Or...
No. 1 day next week, but we're not at liberty to tell you which day.
So just ring every day?
At a certain time.
But I'm not allowed to know the time?
No.
It's a certain time.
Classified information.
Is there going to be like a visual clue or...?
No, not from us.
Why would we do that?
If it was important to you, you'd find a way of doing it. If it's not important to you, then I guess you won't find a way of doing it.
I've been trying everything I can think of.
Oh, you're missing something.
But we can discuss this at a certain time next week.
We can discuss this during the complaint. This sounds, with respect, like we're straying into complaint territory.
Yeah,
this is not the complaint call. Apology not accepted.
But your call is important to us. Thank you very much indeed. We recognise you have a choice when it comes to these shows. So we'll speak to you...
Not much of one these days, is it, really?
Anything you'd like to say?
Next week.
Next week, okay.
Yeah.
Write it down. There we go. Good lad.
It's important. It's important, I think, that we... Because, Twitch is still a bit the Wild West. We just need to have procedures in place.
Andrew Foster says, I love Kath's face, holding back that grin like a deadpan pro. It's not, it's the Botox.
I don't find complaints... I take complaints very seriously.
Yeah, we take complaints very seriously, guys.
Yeah.
These complaints... I think it... I take it somebody has already mentioned the TLNA question on the Chase on Wednesday. Linux Bricky Linux Bricky, you're very, very close to getting a lifetime ban. Very, very close to getting a lifetime ban.
Why? Just because you feel like it? Or
Just as being a piece of trash.
Here
comes trouble.
Yeah.
I saw this.
It's about to get rowdy, everyone.
I saw this guy wearing a mask earlier on today.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you speak to him or did you run away?
I complained. About it.
And they still wouldn't clear me out.
Yeah, it's Dave. I met him earlier today. We had a cup of coffee. He had a hot chocolate. We had a socially distanced drink. And then we made love with no social distancing. We made love. I was stuck deep inside of him.
Oh, my. What time? Between 1 and 5?
No, we did it in the morning.
Oh, gosh.
Sweet, sweet loving in the morning in a car park. Got a ticket on my butthole, but I didn't care because I love being inside of Dave.
I was thinking of Dave, but in a different scenario this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was having a nice paint while listening to Bush.
All right.
Yeah, and I thought of you.
The pop band Bush?
No, Kate.
Oh, Kate Bush.
Kate's Bush.
No, Kate's Bush.
Heathcliff,
yes.
it's me, I can't
obviously
be, I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me in and die, so cold. Heathcliff, it's me, I can't be, I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me in and your window. Babushka, babushka, babushka.
Oh, Mega Mix. Cha-cha-cha.
You know it is.
It really is.
Kate Bush.
I like Kate Bush. She's very nice.
Mm.
Anyway, what brings
Paddy
you to...
says,
What?
has Dave got a copy of Oasis Familiar to Millions on vinyl because Paddy can't find it anywhere?
I sold my copy for quite a lot of money. Yeah, I had it.
It's the David Dickinson of rock.
All right, Bobby Dazzler.
You obviously gave me some vinyl earlier on.
Uh-oh.
I gave Dave 2 boxes of records. I suspect he's about to phone up and play him.
No, I found this in it.
Uh-oh.
It's not an ransom note.
It's not an old copy of Escort, is it? Because that's where I used to keep my my blueies in my double albums. In my Jan and Dean Greatest Hits double album, I used to keep my jazz mags in there. Because my mum wouldn't look in there.
No,
it's
she'd never suspect Surf City.
A certificate of authenticity. And it says, hereby certificated that it's official licensed 40th anniversary Monkeys collectible. This vintage photograph here of the Monkeys, blah, blah, blah. But it says it's been hand-signed by Mickey Dolenz. Dolans. So if you want to check...
What picture is it?
I don't know, because there's no picture with it. It's just a certificate with it.
Well, here's the thing as well, right? The certificate of authenticity... Well, you just print up on a computer. It was just they're spelling the name wrong.
Dolinas.
Yeah, you just print them up on a computer, and so certificates of COAs, as we call them.
Yeah,
waste of
worth
time.
The paper there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that, my friend, you can keep that. That is a gift.
Maybe Mark Dolan sort of signed it in one of his Balls of Steel pranks. But...
in a suit that was too small for him.
In feces.
Yeah. What treasures did you find in those 2 boxes I gifted thee?
Oh, there's a nice copy of Sparks' Hippopotamus on double picture disc.
Is that worth money?
Not really.
I'll have that back. I'll have that back. Next. If it's worth money, I'll have it back.
There's some nice Glenn Campbell stuff in there, isn't there?
There's some nice Glenn Campbell stuff in there. Yeah.
And
some nice. Say it. There's some nice John Denver stuff in there, mate. Say it.
Yeah, there's some John Denver stuff in
there. You're
a
piece of trash. You're a snob. And I should have kicked your ass. I was kicking his ass earlier on, and I should have kicked it even more. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to have another murder on my hands. Second one
on
this
your
week.
foot. No.
Second one this week. So I let him go. But next time I will finish. I will finish you off.
Oh, that's nice of you. Well, gentleman always does.
It was nice to see you, man. It was really nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. I know, sort of. You were talking earlier about your night out.
Yeah.
Was it? Was it? What was the gig like? Was it?
Oh, she's so good. She's so good.
She's magic, Narina. I'm such a huge fan, and she reminds me of Neil Hannon in as much as they are both tiny human beings. She's probably taller than Neil, actually. and they're very slight, more than tiny, slight. And yet they both have the ability, with what looks like zero effort, to make this incredibly big noise come out of. They've got to have amazing lung power, those two. I just think she's so. I think her songs are beautiful. I absolutely love her voice. And then when she goes into that higher register, and it was, there were 30 other people there. And we'd had a nice meal before. We dressed up. I was wearing a suit. Kath was wearing a posh frock. Because first time we've been out properly since
we were
February.
going out properly,
And we did it properly, and it was lovely. Lovely piano.
Slight negative note for me. Everyone was really spaced out, right?
Oh.
Everyone was really spaced out. We're all at separate tables and there was plenty of space in between. But the people on the table next to us had decided to not sit beside each other on the sort of, the sort of, what do you call it? Like a banquette thing.
A banquette.
She decided that she was going to sit opposite him on a chair, right? Which was right in my eye line, which is fine. But she was one of these.
Oh.
So behind her, there's me going.
The terrible rhythm, and to the point where
it's quite distracting.
Catherine, and I'm not making a joke. Catherine sort of nudged me and pointed. I said, "Kath, I think she's got Parkinson's."
No, she didn't.
And I wasn't making a joke, honestly, because her timing was so bad.
She was really getting into the groove, to her own heartbeat. I think. I don't know.
You get this lot at the Royal Festival Hall, particularly on the bits at the side where the two rows of seats are sort of spaced, so you're sitting in the middle of the two in front of you, so you can see through the gap between the two in front of you. People who are forever just leaning over and chatting and going back all the bloody time through a gig is one of those, one of those things. Just drives you absolutely mad.
I'd call them out.
Oh, we do. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
I'd call them out. No problem with that.
Was this the whole way through?
Yeah. But I say, like you, I've been to a gig and it was slightly strange, but it did make me feel a bit more normal and a bit more, that it's possible. And, I heard again today that another gig that was put back to November has been put back again until next May. So,
I don't see, we were talking about this, I don't see how something like the O2 is going to do it, because they would have to take out a third of their seats. And if something is already sold, how are you going to get rid of a third of the seats? Surprisingly, I can see how smaller venues could work, because it was great last night. I know a lot of acts are talking about doing 2 or maybe 3 shows a day.
She did 2 gigs, didn't she?
But it was more of a cabaret event. So, but it was what bands used to do in the 70s, like bands like XTC and the Buzzcocks and stuff. They would do 2 shows. They'd do an evening show for the adults, and then they'd do a show at like 5 in the afternoon or 6 in the afternoon for the kids. For kids, because if they'd had a hit, the kids, 12, 13, 15-year-old kids would want to go and see them. So they'd do a show for the kids and then a show for the adults. So I suspect it will be at least double the work for the artists and the venues to get anywhere close to the money that they would have made. Ticket prices will probably go up as well, of course, to cover a little bit of the gap. But what I once thought was a hopeless situation does not seem so hopeless now.
People, are ingenious when it comes to finding their way around things. I think when you realise that it's not just going to be a month, it may be for the foreseeable that we have to change habits. That people start getting their thinking caps on. And actually, there's been a lot of creativity during the lockdown that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. The Zoom performances and the socially distant stuff.
I think I can see Beach Boys concert album. Can I?
Where?
What is that record behind you in the box, the plastic boxes?
All right. Yeah, it's BBC. It's the Toofer.
Yeah, Beach Boys concert. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Well
you
done.
could sneak it past me. It's our equivalent of where is James Bond? He's hiding. Where is Brian Wilson? He's in bed, right behind Dave there.
I've just started reading that book that you gave me. The
the Rocky Pumpkin book.
Endless Wave thing.
It's a book. It's by guy who was hired by Mike Love's brother or cousin, I can't remember which, to be Brian Wilson's babysitter, basically stop him buying drugs in the 70s. And he's famously an arsehole, this guy, and Beach Boys fans hate him. He's been banned from the Beach Boys forum as have I. Because
Yeah, but you deliberately started on
I
people.
threatened to kill all of them. Yeah, he comes across. It's a book he's written, and
Yeah.
he still comes across terribly. You wait till you get to the bit where he smacks Carl Wilson in the face. It's something else, man. It's something. I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Yeah, it's already quite funny and quite, sort of.
You'll read it in a day.
Written,
It's really badly written. It's stretched out, and the last 3 chapters are about him in the 80s. Who cares? I want to hear about the Beach Boys in Australia in 1977. That's what I want. Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But no, I'm sort of hopeful for little venues. It's little venues I really care about. I hope they come back big, as well. But I'd say bands in the 70s. I mean, Led Zeppelin, towards the start of the 70s, used to do evening shows and afternoon shows at the weekend. I think maybe they can do that, or just an early show and a late show. I mean, as you say, a lot of punk bands used to do that, didn't they?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is possible. It is
musicians, David. As we know, musicians have had it too easy. Mm-hmm. Time to work, guys. It's time to work. So masturbating with your Fender Stratocaster. Work.
That's what guy who runs Spotify said, wasn't it? He said these artists think they should, do an album every 2 years or something. They don't know they're born.
I kind of agree. The Beach Boys are doing 4 albums a year. Year. An album every 3 months.
And it did them no harm, did it?
No.
All right, that's a bad example. Dave, thank you very much indeed. It's true. An album every 3 months. And the Beatles would do an album sort of every 4 months and 3 singles that weren't on the album. So 6 extra songs.
Yeah.
Pull your finger out. I don't know, Justin Bieber, New Kids on the Block. I don't know what's going on.
I miss Taylor Swift. Has she got a new one out soon? Surely she's.
Surely.
Have you watched that documentary yet about Taylor Swift?
No.
It's really good. No. I think you get a kick out of it.
What documentary?
I think it's called Miss America or Miss Americana. It's so good. Yes, you'll like it. No, she's got cats.
Frank Sidebottom was supposed to release a double album and an album in a fortnight, but he ballsed it up. So I think the album came out 2 years later than it was meant to. But
it did.
It really did. Frank's coming on the show next week.
Oh.
Frank Sidebottom live on the show. How great would that be? Frank on Zoom.
It'll be ace.
Focus.
I'm always focused. Look at that happy bell.
I'll focus now. Okay, that didn't work.
I think it's because my face was still in it.
The album title is Dates. It was supposed to come out in a fortnight, but it didn't.
So yeah, it was nice to go out last night, and it was almost normal. But there were people sitting around there who are obviously have been going out the whole time, weren't they? Just chilled, and I still feel a bit weird about it.
We sparked up a doobie.
We didn't.
In the toilets.
No.
Didn't care. Sparked up a doobie.
Didn't happen.
In the toilet had a J. Oh, they had these great things. You walked in, and it had a monitor. Instead of someone doing your temperature like that, and you just looked in the monitor, and it did your temperature. I'd like one of those.
Yeah.
It's because the camera is set to focus on whatever is in the middle of the picture and you two are on the sides. We're in focus. Don't start believing. The phone lines are closed.
Right.
There you are. Do-do-do. Booty-boo. Body-bum. Bum-bum. Can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy.
Imagine, though, having the audacity to be sitting in an exam that you've not studied for because you've just been playing your guitar the whole time, and then eyeing up a girl and writing a song about her instead.
A beautiful song, and then singing that 52 years later.
Yes.
You tell me when to stop.
We've done the toile. That's what we did last week. Navy French battleship blue grey.
You tell me where.
Oliver romantic bedroom. Let's do that one.
Okay, we're in. Whoa!
And we're in. Okay, there now. Here, welcome to
I
Friday.
love those trains.
They're nice.
I love those trains.
They do remind me a little bit of school because you sort of have to sit on the little bench thing,
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
love those trains. It just doesn't feel right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday nights here on TLNA Twitch stream, where we like to go back in time to a time when
Share your eye. Let me make share your eye. You look like the $6 million. No, stay still. You look like the $6 million man, but with Cher as your eye.
Oh, imagine!
Well, stay. You got to stay still, mate.
Imagine the things that her eyes have seen.
Go on. When you please stay still, mate. So when you look through it, you can see what Cher looks at. What's Cher looking at now?
She's looking at.
Stay still.
Oh, whoa! At the moment, Cher, I imagine, is at home. She's probably doing a bit of yoga. She's probably looking at her own.
She's looking at
backside.
I'd love to.
Anyway, so what we do on a Friday night is we go back in time to a time when neighbours used to invite camera crews into each other's houses to destroy them.
I'm so sorry. Someone sent me a link.
Yeah.
Did you?
I didn't read the article because you have to sign up to something, and
do you?
I'm done signing up.
In that case, they can kiss it. In that case, I'm not clicking on it then.
Anyway, so changing rooms. It was a thing.
Spacebar is yours.
Carol Smiley.
Okay, wait, let me just go on. Yeah, Spacebar is yours. Go.
All right.
Hello and welcome to Changing Rooms, the show where design and creativity come together.
You know there's a cameraman running backwards because they won't have two trains. There is a cameraman running back. They might have two trains.
And behind the cameraman, there's usually a runner with a hand very gently on the back, just making sure they don't hit anything as they manoeuvre.
Together to transform 2 rooms in just 2 days. This week we've steamed up to Urmston near Manchester.
They are? Hang on. Someone said listen to see if she's in Urmston. Andy, she's in Urmston.
Urmston.
The fast track to design heaven.
She just squirted in her own face.
John and Lorna's bedroom hasn't been decorated for 8 years, but that's not our only challenge.
Hang on, they made that 8 years, yeah, and?
Yeah.
Who decorates more than like 12 years?
This is true. I don't think we've decorated since our eldest was about 3. That's 10 years. Nearly.
You've had a new bathroom.
Yeah, but bedrooms and stuff.
Your eldest is 12.
Yeah.
So that's 9 years.
No, I mean all the way through.
This room doesn't really get a lot of the sun, apart from first thing in the morning.
Oh my God, that room reminds me of my university bedroom, except I was on the ground floor, and here, in this corner down the bottom, there, if you imagine, no, there, was the old front door. They just put a wardrobe in front of it.
I would paint that pale blue. I'd get rid of the pine. I wouldn't even get rid of it. I'd paint it pale blue. I'd get a decent bed. I'd put some pictures up. Done. Next.
I'd love something where we both would like something that sort of brings a lot more light into the room. The thing that we really don't want touched in the room is the furniture. It was originally
the furniture is going to be touched.
My great-grandparents' furniture.
Oh, sentimental value.
There's a lot of the other furniture in the house, and we purchased the furniture about 8 or 9 years ago when their house was sold. So I'd hate for it to be.
Daddy Bear Cub says no headboard for 8 years. That's what's missing. It's the headboard, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what's missing.
That's why it reminds me of my university digs. It was horrible. Ugh, when you pulled the sheet back, that mattress hadn't been changed for probably about 5 households.
I turned my mattress recently.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, but was that when you smashed your light?
No, that was the
That was a
duvet.
flick of the duvet.
Yeah. Altered in any way that we couldn't easily reverse.
Oh, I couldn't stand that. Could you? I mean, I've got a load
Is
of
that a
crap
hat box?
No, that looks like a vanity case.
TV?
Old telly and the suitcases that they'll use twice a year, if that.
We wouldn't want to come back in
Stick them in the garage.
and have to redecorate, would we?
No.
No.
We wouldn't want to have to come back and redecorate.
Directly across the street, Duncan and Stephanie's worst nightmare is also their bedroom. Let's just say they're obviously not DIY fans.
We started it 3 years ago, and
Oh, matey, no. Now.
Here's the thing I'm noticing, Catherine.
Yeah.
Every week, there's one couple that needs it more than the other. Where it's like they've started and they just haven't finished. And it just feels like they said, look, can we go and change the rooms because we can't be bothered to get it done? Would you come on with us?
This though, I mean, I know life sometimes happens, and maybe they had to spend money elsewhere.
Busy making other plans
and all that, and maybe they'd had to spend money on something else out of an emergency. But how long ago? 3 years, living like you're in Train Spotting.
What's that giant? What is that? A giant brush?
Is it a hairdryer?
Is it a foof? A foof for your foof?
No, it's a
diffuser.
A diffuser. She's got a perm.
It's just never progressed. We've just pulled a piece off here and there. We've
Where's the
done that.
There's no need for that diffuser, but okay.
They were big in the 90s, weren't they?
They were massive, yeah.
Okay.
I had a hairdryer with a diffuser, and I had very straight, unpermed hair.
Properly.
I love disco.
Look at that tiny shirt.
I love lights, I love music, I love colour.
She's saying, I love disco, I love lights, I love colour, I love tea. So I have 5 things, and you have to list 5 hobbies or some interests for your CV.
It's because we've been watching a lot of Take Me Out, and sometimes the things they list, like my 5 favourite things, going to, what was it? Fitness,
going for
walks, blinking, smiling, and drinking cups of tea. Anyway, back to these guys. She's saying what she wants. She wants a disco bedroom. Discos and bedrooms do not mix.
Give you a migraine.
I love anything that says fun, and, I dare to be risque.
Butt plugs.
Dare to be risque.
I love to love, but my baby just loves to dance.
I think he's trying to tell you something.
What we'd like in this room is storage, and lots of it, because nothing seems to have its own place. We have clutter everywhere. We've got clothes, bits and pieces just lying around, and everything seems to get lost. So we change your rooms. We see it as our salvation.
Our last hope.
Yeah.
As ever, they've got £500 to spend. This week,
If I were her, I would say, can someone just hold this jumper while I do this link, please?
She's often doing that. Now, is it because she's
not preggers then?
But is she just unpregnant?
Maybe she's...
Or she's about to show...
Maybe she's just shy of her downstairs.
Maybe that's none of your business. She might just like a jumper.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
I don't think I did.
If you watched the tape, you brought it up.
the design expertise of Laura McCree and Oliver Heath, not forgetting the carpentry skills of Handy Andy Keane. Right.
Also, if I had people coming round, right, with the television crew, and my bedroom looked like that, I'd at least put the clothes away and put the ironing away.
Oh, no, they would make them...
Make it look crappy.
Make it look crappy. So
oh, no, I couldn't. I'd be mortified. You know, people come round to my house and everything gets pushed upstairs and it's like, don't go in there.
Well, as John Belayu says, anything we don't want to get lost, we hang on the door.
Yeah.
You lot. You know the rules. No phoning, no peeking, no conferring at all. Blues, you've got Lancashire Laura. Oranges, you've got Outrageous Oliver. Time to swap those keys.
I don't think I know Lancashire Laura.
His nickname is what, Oliver, now? Outrageous, you say? Yeah. Can we maybe not do this?
Wasn't that... I don't think you...
And off you go. 8 years living across...
Is Oliver the mouse man from the other week?
I think he might be.
Oh, God.
...the road from one another. But next week, will they be borrowing a cup of sugar?
They didn't finish that line, did they? Will they be borrowing a cup of sugar? Or
Carol
something else.
Smiley
Something else funny.
Is a great presenter. Really, she's beautiful.
She's charming.
She's a great presenter. She's a great presenter. You're in good hands with Carol, I think.
Yeah.
Just look at the state of these walls. I mean, we've really got quite a lot of work to do on this. Yeah. So, I'm going to talk about paint first of all. Now,
when he says we've got our work cut out here, he means you people.
Look, that guy's having a fart. Look, he's having a little fart, man.
They look like they're doing the Lambeth Walk.
What we're going to have to do is use quite a thick paint, and I've got a textured, very matte paint on this that's actually going to do the walls a lot of good. We're going to hide a lot of these sort of detail and imperfections, yeah?
Nicks in the wall.
So,
oh, hang on.
Whoa.
Andy has found where they were stood in the street. It was there. That's great. Thanks very much indeed.
Thanks for sharing that, guys. Precision is our byword.
I know this is the moment you're dying.
What colour are we going for? Right, Dan says, I guess purple right last time. I'm going yellow. Green.
This is the other woman's room, right?
Bright green.
She wants
this
sunny
is
disco.
Pink.
Yeah, I think it... Yeah.
Pink.
If I think disco...
A lot of browns. People are suggesting brown. Daddy Bear Club red.
Mirrors?
Okay, we're going to this is the paint first. Hey, Chris, nice to see you. Thank you. What do you reckon? What colour?
I'm thinking pink, but I don't know why.
Okay, let's go for it.
Yes. Absolutely. We've got a tonal range that's very
Magnolia.
elemental, calming and soft. We've got one colour for the walls, another colour for the...
It's the same
It's the same colour.
The ceiling. So we've got
Andy
the floor.
says, I used to live near there. I remember when it was filmed. Oh, Andy, if you've got any inside information,
Get
please
you.
do let us know.
So we've got beige, and then just to brighten things up, beige.
This is the woodwork. And then just for a bit of, like, pizzazz, you know, a bit of warmth and
can't wait
craziness,
for this.
we've got this. I'll leave that one for a moment.
Wow.
Hey! That's not pink.
That's pink. It's fuchsia.
That is not pink.
That is fuchsia.
That is red.
No.
That is red.
Chat, is it pink or is it red?
You decide.
Beige, fuchsia.
Okay. Lipstick
It's not red. You,
Oh, dear.
honestly, you people.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
The colours of the wall are one thing, but a bedroom is a very layered design, yeah? So what we're going to do is use these colours of fabric, and these are going to be very dominant in the room, and they're going to work very well.
We had some sort of ideas of a...
Give it a bit of colour, take the pink away.
Oh, I remember her.
Very much no, a bit too pink.
Well, shall I show you the colours we're working with?
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't think she's very
Right,
good.
lots of oohs and ahs.
Yeah.
She wasn't. She's not one of the first ones I think of when I think of the designers on this programme.
no.
I don't think she featured heavily. I may be wrong.
That means she's either not extreme enough or her stuff was really, really crap. One of those two. That's why they wouldn't have her on more,
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, what colour are we going through for with this one? So she wanted. The other one wanted something more romantic,
It
didn't
was
she?
pink before.
Yeah. So.
Purple. Prince, like purple as in Prince, the singer.
All right. Yeah, like a lilac.
Yeah, I think so.
I can see that working.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same as the other one.
I think they might have got a job lot.
That's for us, that, for sure.
Definitely.
Come on, I need a bigger
Yeah.
ooh than that.
Wow, no way!
Purple.
I would call that a
Purple.
mauve.
Purple is the same as mauve.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
It's not lilac though, is it?
gorgeous.
What do you mean?
That is
No way.
That is gorgeous. I love it.
I'm teaming up with Steph.
Okay.
No,
right.
You're on your own,
Yeah,
Duncan.
I have to be green here. I think it's got to be. Yeah, I knew it was going to be green.
Ooh. WRVS green.
Lovely. Absolutely.
That's top that because I just
perfect.
chose that.
That's like the tea services you
I
get.
love that, yeah.
So let's get the paintbrushes and get cracking with the cream.
And basically what this is, these are all sliding doors. So one is in front of another.
Yeah.
To save space, what I decided was sliding doors would be quite good, because obviously the doors can slide apart from each
Yeah,
other.
that could work.
These
Yeah, I can see
are
what I'm doing.
18mm plywood, and each one of these rectangular blocks is a cut-out strip out of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, he does love a cutaway, doesn't he?
So if you go through one of these doors, do you end up going out with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Or arriving home earlier and finding your boyfriend having it off with someone while listening to Benny and the Jets.
Yeah. With laminate plastic behind it, and inside the cupboard here are fluorescent strip lights. So the light for the room will actually come through the
She said she wanted outrageous. She said she
She's
wanted
asked for
disco.
this.
She
She's
has.
asked for this.
In a very real sense.
cupboards and light up all these, a bit like candle niches in a church or something like that. Yeah. Romantic, huh?
Oh, very romantic. Bedroom, good place to be romantic.
Yeah, you don't want to limit yourself, though.
Traditionalist. I like it.
On that note, I'll shoot back over the other house.
Okay.
All right. See you later.
No. Take the drawings with you. You might just need them.
All right, the measurements.
All right, the measurements.
Right. You're going to need this,
Inside
love.
of the bed, bedside tables, very easy. 2 half moons cut out of MDF.
This way.
MDF.
This way.
Are you paying attention
Yes,
to
I
me?
am.
Right, pelmet boards.
Oh, for God's sake.
This way.
Good. Yeah.
Is it this same person?
Yeah, they're all
they
from-
do
yeah.
love medium, but not as much as they love
By the way, of
changing
course,
rooms.
may I be the first to say, everyone involved in this episode is now dead.
Rip.
You're so cruising,
I like
cruising,
it.
didn't you?
Right, pelmet boards above the window. Very
Pelmet boards to you too.
simple, straight, so you have to go up and
Hang
measure
on.
them. And then there's a
There we go,
chest
there's
of
the
drawers.
place.
There's a lower
Andy's
down one
obsessed.
and a higher one. The higher one I want to make longer, so I want to put a false top on it. So you have to go and measure it, and I probably want to...
Whoa. This isn't the woman's great-grandmother's furniture that they're proposing putting tops on.
They don't
She's going to stick a top on it.
No, it's not. Is it? Yes, it is. They don't
6
want it
inches
touched.
either side. Right, and the last job, number 4 job, is headboard for the bed.
Okay.
I think
Daddy Bear Club will be very pleased with that, and I think we can all agree.
that's 24 inches. I've got the foam and the width of the bed, which is about 4 foot. Is it 5 foot?
5 foot.
5 foot.
I'd say.
4 jobs.
4 jobs.
Is that all right?
Yep, bye.
Right, I'm going. Is Stephanie staying?
She's not. Go on. See you later.
He doesn't want you to stay.
Come on. Funny that, isn't it?
Now, you used to be a builder, didn't you?
What's up with him today? He's got a cob on.
I did. So I've got the perfect project for you. 2 bedside tables. Right, here they are. Right. It's going to be a block of concrete. It's going to be like a counterweight.
Right.
And then we're going to...
Nothing I like better than a block of concrete in a bedroom.
You're going to carry that upstairs, are you, mate? Good luck.
fit in 2 shelves that overlap each other like that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was wondering what the concrete was for, yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Can I just say, I'm loving Andy. It keeps chipping in, who it was filmed in his street. My brother phoned me up shouting, Carol Smiley's here. And Andy.
Oh, I love that noise. I love it too.
Oh, a bit of stippling.
Oh,
Oh,
nice,
oh,
right,
oh.
right.
My mum and dad are still quite fond of stippling.
This is great. I don't mind if it's not completely flat. Okay. It can be slightly textured. It's much more fun, isn't it?
Lorna will just not be expecting this at all.
Will she not?
No.
What do you think she's expecting?
No. Well, I think
She said you're a bit shit.
what she's expecting with us is something a bit daring, and I think she's a bit worried that we're just going to go over the top with a lot of colour.
Well, if you say the words daring and you're going on changing rooms, that's what you're asking for. Yeah.
Lots of colour.
Right, ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Like it a lot.
We have got a lot to do. 2 guys messing around with that stupid...
It's yours,
Oh, now that colour.
that stupid hat. You two, I want you two to get on with these cupboard doors. Yeah?
Fair play, that
And
does
what
look
we wanna
quite
do
red.
Is once you've got them hung, I want you to fix on these plastic sheets on the back there.
Oh, no,
Yeah, because there's
why?
going to be lights inside the cupboards and that's going to diffuse the
Have we
light.
got some hammer and nails?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I want you to staple gun them on.
Can I just cut in here?
Did you hear that? He said hammer and nails. He said no staple gun. We're stapling that on.
MDF staple, yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah, can I just ask you, from a woman's point of view, it's
Yeah.
probably a girly thing, but they're not
Yes.
very neat on the top, are they?
No, we're
Is
going
it
to
all
have
going to be hidden?
a fascia.
Oh,
To hide
excellent.
it.
Excellent.
We'll
That's
put
great.
flowers
Nice,
on it,
neat
if you
and
like.
tidy.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
right.
like
like
makeup.
it.
You know, you get the raw thing, and then they have plenty of makeup on it to cover it up. That's exactly what
I think
we're
we
going
need to slap it on though, can't we?
Yes, we are.
Where is the dog hole
Mirror
system?
project is
I don't know why they didn't go back to that, because that seemed like an obvious thing that everyone needed. I thought it was a stupid idea to start with, that dog hole, but actually when I saw it in action, I thought, yeah.
Burial says, I get the impression Andy was way ahead of his years. I don't know what that means, even. You saying he's old before his time, or he was creating stuff? Let's carry on.
changed direction, shall we say.
Okay.
Laura wanted me to put loads of strips of the gold
She looks
fabric
like Zoe
on
Ball
it,
there.
really
She does.
awful, and the staples splintered through the wood to the other side.
Right.
So I've ended up just the leather and just keeping bits of the rough edge.
Is this the first bowls up? This is the first bowls up they've admitted to.
She doesn't like that. She doesn't do leather. She doesn't do suede.
Would you take it?
That Burial says Andy looks on with cynicism. He knows it all looks crap and will be mocked. Yeah, he does actually. He knows. Andy gets it.
I also think that Handy Andy is I get the feeling he's a little bit lazy, and when they ask him to do a job, he always looks like that.
Khaki Play says, "Oh yeah, that's definitely." I think there's a slight delay in the chat. Oh yeah, that's definitely a girly thing. As a man, I just love flinging shit over my shelves and
Smashing them with a hammer. I know, and that's the way. I think. On a serious note, she's kind of apologising for pointing out defects in what they've
Yeah,
done. So she's taking it on herself. So
No. The Emperor is fully clothed.
also, she doesn't do leather. She doesn't do suede. We've all got rules.
In your house if she doesn't like it?
Yeah, maybe.
So leather in your room would be cool.
Yeah.
What else in your room would be cool?
Studs, swing, some sort of
A cross.
yeah, some sort of
Tower of Power.
yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't even know they were called that.
Someone sent me the link to the B-side to If I Had a Hammer by Handy Andy.
All right, and is it if I had a hoist?
I deliberately didn't listen to it because I wanted to play it on here. I wonder if they sent it to me as an email. Let me have a little look.
If I had an hammer, I'd be begrudging about it, is what we're seeing today.
Go on, you play that. Let me see if I can find that.
Anyway, let's find out what she fancies in her room.
Lots of nice light colour. Not bright. No flowers. I don't do flowers.
Right, so let's just get this clear. Her neighbour doesn't do leather or suede, and this lady doesn't do flowers.
She do flowers? She likes flowers?
She does, yeah. Yeah.
Good job, really, because you're drawing. I think that's
Now,
what that
I've blown up these 2 pictures of Stephanie and
the mug
Duncan
shots that we got
on the
them to do on the
computer.
post.
Oh, good. We're going to have some pictures of ourselves on the walls of her bedroom, and not particularly flattering ones, I'm going to say.
If anyone can find the B-side to handy out.
Pretense.
Exactly, so they're not going to know this is
Fantastic.
happening.
Yeah.
Blown it up to the computer, and then I sort of put it through a colour copier.
The B-side was not my
And this is a little drawing I've done of it. Now, basically, what we're going to do is cut these into little strips of 1 inch, stick Stephanie on one side, Duncan on the other.
Oh, God, right, OK.
Like a sixth form art school project.
Here's the thing, right? They're spending £500 and they get 1 day to do it?
2 days.
What are they titting about with this for?
Stephanie, Duncan, Stephanie, Duncan, Stephanie. It's all the way along. So basically what will happen is when you walk in, you'll see all the pictures of Stephanie like that. As you walk round the room, you'll see both of them kind of jumbled up together.
Yeah. It's their bedroom. Only they're going in it, really.
And as Retro Man Cave points out, this is the closest evidence we've got so far pointing towards somebody actually being Banksy.
Yeah. This is the one that they think was Banksy.
Yeah, this guy, Neil Buchanan from Art Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as you move towards the dressing table, you'll see just Duncan.
Come on, Andy, get arty.
Why?
These two are, there's some sexual tension here.
Well, no, he don't want to do any work. He never does.
Artie, me.
I think, should we just go for something? I feel like the idea of getting big panels of this glue so we get that sort of crackled effect behind the wood, so you've got the woody effect. Can you just grab that end?
Oh, it's scrapping paper! Cash!
Oh, I just love things to happen.
Jilly fam, you're right. The 90s was shite. This is the smoking gun.
Do you like art?
Yeah.
As the artwork progresses, so does Andy's enthusiasm.
What's that you're doing there?
I'm just doing things, because I'm going to layer it.
Just doing things. I don't care. I'm not going to live here ever. I'm never going to come back here, and I'm going to just make a big mess and run away.
I feel sick watching this. This is awful.
Yeah.
Should I do things?
Whether or not Laura will let him do things depends on what he has in mind, I suppose.
Can you stick an eye in it?
Can we pause for a second? Someone has sent us. Scott has found it. Let's have a little musical interlude, okay? Can I copy that or that? I don't want to close that page. No, here we go.
We was in and out of temporary accommodation. We'd never been separated before.
I quite like the music. Imagine if it was like a really beautiful ballad that really explored the what it means to be a man adrift in the late 90s, early 2000s.
It's going to be a song sung half-heartedly.
Okay.
How many times have you walked down the road of life? And
I was right! I was right!
Yourself that inevitable question, what am I doing here, mate?
Park life!
And how many times have you looked up at the stars
Go on.
and said to yourself, what's it all about, mate?
Park life!
And when you switch on the telly, you see wars and the children crying and so.
Flipping heck, mate. This is where your fella got it from.
Which fella?
An eye
Bob
for
Dylan.
an eye.
Oh, Nicky Knowles. We'll play the Nicky Knowles next week. That's something else. He's had it taken off YouTube, but you can still find it.
And all the bad things in the world. And you ask yourself,
Park life.
and what's more, what can we do about it?
He's going to have the answer. The chorus has to be the answer.
DIY.
That means masturbate.
Yeah, it's a song about masturbation,
So hang on.
turns
So
out.
there's wars and kids being killed and stuff. Go and have a wank.
I mean, it's one answer. I don't know if it's the right answer. He's not even singing this bit. He's gone home. It's knocked off early.
It's easy.
You just nicked All You Need Is Love.
And how many times have you gone down the road and thought to yourself, am I going to be left behind on the shelf with no one to love?
I know where this is going now.
When you think you're at the point of no return, you're never going to find that peace of mind and someone special to love. There's only one person who's going to get you to that next plane of happiness.
Okay. Well, I mean, don't knock it to.
I can't seem to escape this video.
Gosh.
Let's see the comments. Cats Are Rubbish says, I've often said the solution to racial inequality and worldwide pandemics is making a spice rack out of some MDF offcuts.
Well, that's one reading of it.
That has been up for 6 years, nearly 6 years. 231 views.
One comment.
3, now 4 thumbs up. Handy Andy is a channel. Let's see what other Handy Andy videos. It's just that.
It's nothing more to say, really, is there?
I'm going to subscribe just in case it.
Subscribe just in case there's an update.
Just knowing,
Subscribing,
even though
right.
I'm in this bad situation, I'm not in this bad situation alone.
Okay.
They were.
Now, after that song, now we know why it's called Handy.
Yeah.
We was in and out
all
of
right.
temporary accommodation. We'd never been
That's lovely.
separated.
Thanks very much for. Can't believe I spent all this time not knowing that song.
There we go. Thank you. Thank
Anyway, back to whatever this thing is that they're doing.
you. Handy Shandy. Thank you, Nick. Well done, Nick. Well done, Nicky.
No, I don't.
Yeah, let me put an eye on it. Go on, please. Let me put an eye on it.
No, I don't.
Well, I want to put an eye on it.
Across the road, the artist has become the artisan. Yep, Oliver's getting to work on the scaffolding poles,
Oh,
which need
careful.
to be cut to size for the canopied bed.
Red
As
balls of
usual,
fire.
any excuse for him to do a bit of angle grinding, which he clearly enjoys.
Careful
I like
with
these
that.
poles, actually. They're quite good fun for a bedroom.
That's what I want in my bedroom, scaffolding.
Or pole dancing. That became trendy for a while.
I mean...
They're pole. Well, it's the bed frame.
Oh, God. Okay.
I love this show so much.
She did say... Is this the one that wanted the risque bedroom? The disco bedroom?
I'm getting confused, but
It's going to end up looking like Stringies, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Less than the pole.
But it's basically for Steph. She likes pole dancing. So
It's a joke.
I'm not really designing a pole dancing bed. It's just it
You're
goes
frightened
with
of
the
your
whole
reputation,
theory.
Oliver. I can see you
Or like
going, well, I don't do pole dancing rooms, quite frankly. It's just
Why
bang.
do I always get these ones? Why do I? I'm sure they
You get
could
the
have put
kinky
this on
ones,
me.
don't you?
I
Yeah.
do. And I get the blame for it.
Just like pole dancing.
This goes here,
The middle pole goes there.
like that.
Okay.
Okay?
So I can just fix that straight into the picture out.
That's correct. And Duncan, can
Yeah.
you just hold this up here, please?
You hold that there,
Do
Duncan.
you like the posh boys?
I think it's cool, that.
Right? And then, just to give you a feel of what it's going to look like.
Oh, so that's why I bought the hooks and that then.
That's right.
This is the headboard, is it? Oh, and a canopy. Right, okay.
Look at that shit in the side there, that goal. That's what they were making. I'm so scared.
Ah, so
So you
then
get
that...
like a canopy. We'll cut one.
Where's this? This is going to go...
Sort of
Is that going to the ceiling?
like that.
Well, about there. So about 6 inches down from the ceiling.
I mean, bear in mind that they did look like they were living on the set of Train Spotting. Anything's going to be a bonus for these guys.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fabulous.
Great, that.
It's going to look lovely.
Oh, no, it wasn't them, was it? It was the other ones.
I'm so confused.
It was
and
the other
upset.
ones. It was the disco ones that were living in the paint peely wall
Right, yeah.
place. That was the Don't Touch Me Grandma's unit.
But will Oliver's ingenious bedside table look lovely? It had better, because with only a few hours to go, he really doesn't have time to make another one. And now for the moment of truth.
Concrete.
Drop it.
This is the
It's
concrete.
cure a
thing.
bit more, I think.
yeah,
But
it's there, isn't it?
Pretty good. Yeah, now we just got to whack the tabley bits in there.
That
and
is
that's
the
it.
most.
So
That's
bedside
Milton
table.
Keynes.
Excellent. I'm very
Brutalist.
pleased.
Just what are we doing with these?
We're being creative.
Sweet Jesus, no, no, no.
This is an original idea. Right.
Dirty get.
We have an ordinary light,
Yeah.
which looks very nice.
No, it's not going to look nice.
Is Don't Touch My Grandma's Unit the sequel to Stop or My Mum Will Shoot?
Hands off me, Minnie.
And we're going to funk it up. Now,
Yeah,
my idea
that's
is to cut
close.
like small mosaic squares
Are you right?
and put it on here. And this idea of stretching this tight over the shade.
So what's that? A lady's tight?
Yeah,
A lady's tight.
I ain't no lady.
So you get this fantastic look.
Saucy.
Saucy.
I hope it's clean once that heats up.
Saucy, but
Saucy,
nice.
yeah.
So you give you a bit of a...
When I was a student, I lived in smelly houses. Yeah. The trick I used to do was I'd put perfume on the light bulb before I switched it on.
Well, that's what we said we'd like.
It was in the days before we had things.
Like put something a bit risque in the room, so this could be it.
Oh God, I'm just going to pull the tight.
That is so.
That looks bloody. I mean, that's just obviously bloody awful.
It's like a bag of onions.
Oh, I like it like that. Oh, I love it.
You don't. You lie and get.
Just like that. Right. Forget that. Right.
Also, are you going to change the light bulb? I'm taking it. She's going to staple that on the bottom or something.
Okay, John, so we've got the shelves staying there waiting to dry.
So
and
Andy
whilst
and
that's
Bestie
happening,
both
what
saying
I want
fire
to do
hazards.
is make a little light feature that's going to hang above the bed. Now, what does this say to you?
And everyone's saying fire hazards.
What, putting the perfume on or that?
No, that. Just having a bit of netting that's tight over a lamp.
The perfume probably wasn't the best idea either.
Togetherness.
Perfect. Perfect. That's absolutely hit the nail on the head. Right, now what we're going to do is push these fairy lights through here. It's a really nice frame Andy made up. It's perfect. It's so nice and smooth. And basically, just want to push all these through like that, all the way around.
I'm a fan of fairy lights. It's got fairy lights in the den.
I like fairy lights. But this bedroom is going to look like the back room at Stringfellas.
It's going to work all the way around there.
I imagine.
Then round there, and then end up back here with the cable going down and off to the plug socket.
Right.
This is for the top of Lorna's drawers.
Right, that goes on the top there.
There you go.
Lovely. Right, sort of central. And my lovely sticky Velcro goes on the edge here.
What are you going to do? You're going to put some sort of skirt on this? Yeah.
I don't know what's
The
happening,
furniture. The furniture that you weren't supposed to be touching. That's what's happening. It's getting done up.
Wax on at the very edge. Lift it up to get to the drawers.
Oh.
Impractical. Impractical.
Because that's what I like to do when I'm getting to the drawers, which I have to do every day to get my clothes out there.
And that's
I like to lift something up first.
That's your knicker drawer as well, that. You just want to be in and out.
Her drawers. That's great. Her drawers in her drawers.
Oh, no.
Here's
Don't
what
be
we need to
stapling
do.
things on.
Lawrence Llewellyn-Bone has not replied. Here's what we need to do this coming week, and you can do some of this. We'll split it 50-50. We'll do it. We need to reach out to some of the less well-known presenters and designers, see if we can get them on. We also need to try and find some of the people that have been
changed.
That have been changed, yeah.
What do you think, John?
I
How's it going?
think we're going to love it.
Yeah? Excellent. We haven't got long, so you're going to have to really speed up and get that last one done.
This is all being done in one day. Normally it's two, isn't it?
And then we need you downstairs, okay?
Okay.
Quickly, though.
I'm a busy wee chappy today, aren't I?
Oh, here's the
Let's
music.
go. We've got no time left.
Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo.
Oh, they're doing this like 60-minute makeover.
Yeah. Over there.
What was that? Was that paper lampshade or was that like made out of plastic or something?
Blaster!
Like that. Is that a bit wonky?
Yeah, leave it. It's fine.
Brilliant. Looks good.
That doesn't. It looks rubbish. Hey! What?
He knows. He knows.
Good job, Miss Smiley. Right in the corner.
Bloody hell. They look like that was taken out like flipping a wanted poster or something. Why would you...
Just put it all in the skip and cut out the middleman, says Dave.
Oliver, curtains.
Oh! I give you a migraine.
That's fine. Perfect.
What?
We have finished.
Sticking out from the wall.
Yeah.
Why? It's just
So the burglar can hide behind it, yeah.
Jesus. Why would you not put the furniture up against the wall like
gotta be-
everybody
it's
does
gotta
to
be-
make more room?
It's got to be flush, hasn't it? But maybe we're not designers.
We are not designers.
High fives all
This
round.
bland bedroom hadn't been touched for 8 years, and in just 2 days, Laura's created a dappled delight without touching the furniture.
Well, that unit there with the party frock on looks a little bit touched.
Well, they had a sort of dusky pink with a twee border.
I know, it was beautiful, wasn't it? Not.
What was your original brief?
Those tights.
It's embarrassing. Oh my god. The first thing is get rid of that. Push the wardrobe back. Get rid of the flap on the drawers.
We don't need drawer flaps. Whose drawers have flaps? Come on.
It was sort of moods and colours. Went a bit...
Well, it's definitely colours.
Man, I sort of took all these sort of influences through time, some from Victorian, neoclassical,
you live in like a normal
shaker,
street,
a bit
right?
of contemporary.
Okay.
And I sort of mixed it in a bowl and just threw it around the walls.
Yeah. What she's saying is she dipped the whole room in super glue and rolled it through Matalan.
And see, this is what happened.
What was your best buy then?
Oh, it's got to be the leather. What a bargain. Oh, that yummy leather for £1.25 a square foot.
Spoiler, it's not leather.
Biggest extravagance?
The extravagance, the floor. Because with the sander and the work, it was quite expensive, so definitely the floor.
And favourite?
Oh, it's got to be the tights. Thank you very much.
You are.
Dave's got a lovely
Shitting me.
little callback, little throwback there. So they all took acid and... Thank you. That links up the whole week perfectly.
Those though, Carol. They work really well.
They're not my tights.
Yeah, can you imagine if this was on 4 in a bed?
Knocking 30 quid off.
I just like that for the record.
Oh, was that sisal, that ball? Made out of sisal?
Don't know, they were a thing, weren't they? Just things. Instead of
take
knickknacks, you'd have things. Habitat was the place to get them.
But we can still get them in Dunelms.
Tell me what you are expecting before you open your eyes.
Colour. Bright colour.
Really?
Knowing Steph, yeah.
Then open your eyes.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
You.
I like that drape at the back.
Oh wow.
I like
Oh,
that
look
drape
at the
back.
bed.
It's lovely.
Oh, my
Yeah.
wardrobe,
lovely.
look.
It's not flush to the...
Why is it sticking out?
Well...
Is someone behind there?
Also, why has my knicker drawer got flapped?
God, it's gorgeous. And your other drawer unit over there has got a false top sitting on top of it.
Right.
Got your fishnet lamps. Because I'm sure there's a bit of a racy chick in there somewhere. A Steph's little kind of...
She said she was going to give it a bit of pizzazz. And...
Well, they're in there.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Wonderful.
We couldn't have done a better job ourselves.
Across the road,
Here we go.
changing rooms was Stephanie and Duncan's last hope. Oliver's given them
Bloody hell!
Oh my God!
Can I interest you in the Turkish Delight room?
You can have another lady for £50, sir.
some new wardrobes. But how will they react to his overlapping symbolism and outrageous...
Symbolism?
Is what now?
Overlapping symbolism?
What's that mean? Oh.
Is that the picture? The two-way picture?
Or does he mean... Is that the overlapping symbolism over the bed there? Is that what that is?
I don't understand. Why is there like a seat, a bench in front of the wardrobe? What?
It's for sitting down while you're having to think about what you're going to put on.
I feel if I was like evil and wanted to take over the world and I lived on a boat in the middle of the sea, this is what my quarters would look like.
No, I think it looks a bit kind of, yes, master.
You have to lift up the flap to access your symbolism.
Are they inside Jeannie's lamp?
Just red colour scheme.
They are going to get the shock of their lives.
They are. I think we've done a lot for them, actually.
What was your brief?
Well,
Look at
to
the
create
candles on the
a
wall.
retreat for them, to get away from the kids, somewhere they were.
I mean... That is going to be...
Hang on. New to this says that's actually quite cool. What?
Get over.
They could spend time together and just want to be in, and that was different
Ollie, I'm
from the
seeing
rest
your
of the house.
comments.
It's a room where they can spend time together and just want to be in.
But then look at
What?
that
In
normal
other words,
door.
a room.
A room.
Normal
The
door.
door and the radiator.
Okay, biggest extravagance.
Well, that would have to be the cupboards, actually. There was a lot of work that went into those. I guess that was just under about £200, which was...
Gosh.
Quite a lot. But it's provided a really excellent space for the clothes just to be packed away so you can't see the clothes.
Best Buy?
Also, you can hide in there and peep it, can't you? It's like a... Is that... That's a peep show room, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3 blokes there. 1, 2, 3.
It does, Super Metroid. It does look like the Graham Norton show.
It does. Bite my thumb says I'd like to romance a lady in there. Careful, it's all highly flammable. I
wouldn't want to know her name.
She'll be whoever you want her to be.
It's got to be the concrete side tables, actually. They were £6 each.
Oh, no.
But look great, actually. I'm really...
No,
I'd bang my eye on that.
Yeah, they don't look great.
I really like the colour.
Why have you got
What's
a
your
pine
favourite
cone
item?
on it? Put a clock on it. Put my watch, my glasses, my clock.
But where am I going to keep my pine cones? How will I know what the weather's going to be?
My favourite would be the picture, actually. You know, the picture with the zigzag.
It's awful. It looks like flipping...
It's a crappy student project.
It looks like, have you seen this woman?
But also, those doing that makes you look fatter because your face is wider.
It's not a nice picture to start with. No. If you're going to have something in there like that, a picture of yourself in your own bedroom, make it, glamorous. Don't have it like, this woman is not allowed to go on the plane.
Yes, that's very clever.
It's like those posters for ETA.
Where did you work that out?
Oh,
you've seen it somewhere. You pilfered it from somewhere else.
Yeah, I was floating around my mind for a few weeks, and I thought, perfect.
Is it peeping through Grandma's window?
That's when the Doctor changes into his next carnation, isn't it? That's the effect they use. That's what they do. He's regenerating.
Deary me.
I bet you they're going to like it.
Well,
I bet you on this.
I bet you they say they do.
This one they will.
Steph, you're sounding like you're going to have a baby. You're hyperventilating. But I think you'll agree it's a bit different from when you left it yesterday morning. Open your eyes.
I don't want to.
Now, it's a very extra reaction, isn't it?
It's fantastic!
Yabba dabba doo!
Yabba dabba doo! Yabba dabba doo!
Good grief.
Look at the picture over there.
That's awful. She looks better like in a DIY clothes than she does on that picture.
Well, it's her picture.
She's a fine looking lady, and that picture makes her look like 20 years older and 20 stone wider.
Awful.
Oh, wow.
He looks like flipping Hannibal Lecter through the
Look
bars.
like a sex criminal.
Clarice.
God, look at the wardrobes. They've got wardrobes.
Well, careful. They're stapled on.
It got your pole.
Oh, yeah. You've got the pole, Steph.
Oh my God.
This is fantastic. I love it.
Look at the bed. Look at the colours.
And the floor, Steph, it's been cleaned and varnished.
You okay?
This is just fantastic. Well done. John and Lorna, you've done a fantastic job.
That's it, have a picture.
Absolutely brilliant.
You love it that much?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. God, I couldn't... Absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic, absolutely.
God.
It looks lovely.
Do you think they had the same reaction as you?
Oh, God, I hope so.
Should we go and find out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Come on then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fabulous.
Go on, ask her. Now, I don't want you to expect this every week, but apparently you guys had this made. Well, that's it from Urmston. As it says on the cake, a job well done. Join us again soon on Changing Rooms. Bye-bye. Right.
Wow.
See the outtakes, see the fun.
That's that with a hole in it. Oh, you crazy
Smell my
guys.
finger? You absolute melt. Oh, the next episode, it said Lawrence hosts. Oh. Hang on.
He's freezing.
Hang on. We're not doing it, guys, but let's just have a little look.
Lawrence does do leather and suede.
This building successfully copies
at the
styles
same time.
from other ages, but what happens when you start copying styles from other countries?
What's happening with his cuff?
How far can you go with 2 suburban semis? On changing rooms, we go all the way.
Semis.
Yeah.
He means
and semis, and then all the way.
Wow.
Mate,
We're done.
I know what you're doing, Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, you mucky pot. Stop! Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much indeed for joining us back in the 90s there.
We could not have done that, dear viewer, without our sponsors, Somers Waste Solutions.
We could do with them there in Urmston by the looks of things.
Exactly. They will, if anybody has been affected by any of the issues seen in the last 45 minutes, get in touch with Somers because they'll get rid of all of that crap.
Poles, MDF, things that have been stapled on.
Get rid of all of that crap. Somers Waste Solutions. Go to their website, have a look at their website. You're thinking, waste? What? Huh? Maybe you've got a company, maybe you've got a little side hustle going, maybe you've got something big, something small. They will sort out all of your waste solution needs. And if you go to their website, if you mention us, who knows, maybe they can work a little deal, but they can certainly save you money and probably make your company a whole lot greener. James and Mark, thank you for your support. It is appreciated. Bob the Cat, of course, is the brains behind the whole organisation.
Very exacting boss.
Oh, do you want to go and see Big Boy? Do you want to see my Big Boy after this?
I do want to see Big Boy.
Excellent. We're going to look at the cat in the garage as well. Poseidon Safety Management!
Yes, keeping Devon and Cornwall safe, one dog at a time.
Nick, the company's been going for 4 years. Nick set up on himself. I don't think he'd mind us saying that when he was at school, prospects were not good. And his dad was an ex-copper who then set up a security firm.
And a dog handler.
And a dog handler. And Nick was like, maybe. There's something like that. He set up the whole company on his own, and now it is great, and it is keeping Devon and Cornwall safer. I would suggest you follow them and Zeus on Twitter, 34SP. We're going to do a raid in a minute, guys, so the show ain't over. 34sp.com. Web hosting. Based in Manchester, small team, but it means that when you phone up, you will speak to someone. Not like some of these big companies. It's you go to those chats, and sometimes it's a bot in the chat, and sometimes it's a human, and sometimes you're speaking to someone. I had to phone Sky up the other day, and I was speaking to a very lovely chap he was in Bulgaria. I thought he was Canadian. Where do you think I'm from, sir? I'm from Bulgaria, and here's something, I'm 20 years old. Turns out I'm the same age as his mum. Anyway, I quite like phoning call centres abroad because I chat to them. But 34SP, based in Britain, and they're based in Manchester. And if you use the code TLNA and you are using them to host one of your websites, you get 3 months absolutely free. Big up.
The Gregorian.
Get involved. It's worth getting married to someone you don't like.
Just so you can hang out with these guys.
Just so you can hang out with these guys. That would be my suggestion to you. Right, we are going to do the cheekiest of little raids. That all seemed to work quite well. We've got the camera going. Stream Decks is working now.
I think we've established that the light is better there. We don't need this one.
It depends what's on that screen. Yeah.
Because I'm very white anyway, so that just makes me into
St. is on.
Ghosting.
Come on, let's go.
Well, then there's no debate. Is there?
We're going to go and see this guy. I love this guy. I can't wait for when we can travel. I want to go. There's a few people I want to go and meet. I want to meet Sinjin. I want to meet Janelle, and I want to meet Bride of Christ. I want to pop up in their streams. We'll go and do it. We'll do a little tour. I think when it's safe to travel.
Oh, that would be awesome.
When we got a vaccine, let's do a little tour of people and go and pop up in their streams. I think would be fun. Let's go and see Sinjin. He's a lot of fun. If you're not a follower, I would suggest clicking on follow because he's playing Fall Guys.
You're going to make his night.
He's such a nice guy, and he pops into this stream a lot. So we will see you. I'll probably do something over the weekend actually. I'll probably do some streaming over the weekend and just play around with the camera a bit more and stuff. We'll be back. See you later. Ta-ra. This thing is